So some of you are saying it was very boring. It was maybe just talking, no lecture slides and all of that, right? So if I made the class a little more engaging, right, would students then understand? Okay, so let's say I make it very interactive, right? And I'm sure many of you also do these strategies, right? Many of you ask your students, so do you have any doubts? So you cover a concept and you ask students, do you have any doubts? Sometimes they say yes, some of them ask some doubts, sometimes they do not, right? And we always tell students, please stop me in between if you have any doubts, right? And maybe you might say, I don't just show PPTs or slides, right? I show them demos, I show them different videos. So is this enough, right? So such kind of interactive lectures also may not be enough, right? Can you think of some reasons why? One can be that, of course, students, they don't pay, no matter how engaging a video or something is, right? You cannot have a video throughout the lecture. And even if you have, students cannot, their attention doesn't remain for that long, right? And students think that they understand, okay, because they might feel the lecture is being delivered so well. Yes, I'm able to understand it, right? But so I think this annotations are happening. Yeah, if someone can remove it. Yeah. So even we have been students, right? And many a times we also attend lectures where we feel we have understood everything. But when we try solving some problem related to that concept, we falter, right? And that's where we realize there are some gaps in our understanding. Yeah, the same is true for our students as well. And in our classrooms, it's a heterogeneous mix. We have you know, very active students, students who are interested, some who are sitting in the back benches who are not very keen, so you have a different mix of students. And some students, they might not be very comfortable sharing, in the class, right? They might be shy, right? And so these type of even such interactive kind of asking students, do you have any doubts, or asking them to interrupt, many of the students might be hesitant to do that even if they have some doubts, right? So now I come to the main part of my talk. And this is the key point which I want to make from this talk. And I hope this is the key takeaway, right, for all of you as teachers, is I want to highlight some effective strategies you can use right away in your classrooms to increase students' engagement, right, with the content, as well as improve their understanding of the concepts which you are going to teach them, right? And in this talk, so there are several of these strategies. So in this talk, I'm going to focus on two such strategies. One is known as peer instruction. The other is think, pair, share, right? All right, so let's dive right in. The first strategy is peer instruction, right? So what is peer instruction? So it is a classroom strategy, right, where you ask students a specific question, okay, and it is often a multiple choice type question. All right, so let's look at the peer instruction strategy, right? Let's take an example. Okay, so this here is a piece of code, right, which demonstrates the switch construct in C and C++, right? And we have a variable called val whose value is 5. And switch will compare the value at in this val variable. And since it's 5, it will go to this case and print 5, right? But since there is a missing break here, right? It will cascade and come down to case 4 and print 4 as well, right? So I won't explain this to students. So what will I do? I will show this to students, and I will tell them I'll ask them what is the output of this program. Now students have to individually vote. Okay, by this, what do? I give them around a minute to read the question, think about the answer. And when I tell them to vote, they either have a piece of paper in which they write the number. For example, if they feel the answer is 3, on the piece of paper, they write 3 and they show it to me, each student individually. Or they might raise their fingers. So if they feel the answer is 4, they raise their hand and show 4, right? So each student does this individually. And now I, as an instructor, I see a wide distribution. I may see a wide distribution of answers, right? So that is the first step, where students vote individually. Next, I tell them to pair up with their neighbor. Okay, person sitting next to them. I form pairs. I tell them to pair up, and I tell them to start discussing with their neighbor. So I might say the answer is 2. My neighbor might say the answer is 3. And now both of us, both students have to discuss with each other, try to convince the other person my answer is right, reason together, and finally converge on an answer. So both of them cannot still have different answers after this phase. They have to converge on an answer, right? So this is the second step, okay? And now, then again, I ask them to vote, or I tell them again, it's the same question. Now tell me what your responses are. And again, they raise their fingers, or they show their answer on a piece of paper. And now I, as an instructor, I get to see, what these responses are. Are students all tending towards the right answer? Has the distribution of answers changed? Or, are they still going in the wrong direction? I'm able to gauge all of these, from this step, right? So what is happening in peer instruction? To summarize, let's say I'm teaching a particular concept, and after I teach that concept, I ask a peer instruction question to them, and I ask students to vote individually. After the individual voting phase, I tell them to pair up with their peer. They discuss, and they have to converge to a single answer. Then they vote. Then they vote again. And now, based on the distribution, I, as an instructor, can do a debriefing. I can lead a class discussion, right? I can tell, or I can ask students, why do you think this answer is wrong? Or why do you think this answer is correct? Or maybe if majority of the class is still going in the wrong direction, if the majority has still got the answer wrong, maybe it's time for me to again revise that concept which I taught. Right? So this is peer instruction. And so, as I said, implementation of this is very easy, right? You don't need any high technology solution, although you can use if you. So there are things called clickers, and I believe in yesterday's session, Dr. Shitanshu, he used a tool known as Mentimeter, so that can be used. Or, simple, your fingers or just a piece of paper will also work for this, right? So now I want you all, now that you have seen an example of peer instruction, what do you think are the benefits of peer instruction? Okay, now think in terms of a student, right, who has just gone through this peer instruction activity, and think about you as a teacher who has, you know, show or who has created or who has delivered this peer instruction activity in class, right? So what are the different benefits you see? Okay, so again, I want you to go back to your PD, joint PD, go to this link, and it's the same link. So I believe you would have come to this slide. So I believe you'll be able to write down your responses. Yes, I see some already responding. I would encourage the others also to think about what the benefits are and note down your responses. Yeah, I'll just pause for 1 minute. Okay, so let's look at some responses. Okay, some of you are saying, okay, students will feel encouraged when they are involved, right? For students, it's a better understanding. So teachers gives an idea of whether students are able to retain the concept. Students will get confidence, right? And teachers will get an idea of their learners, right? How many of them have still understood? Has the majority of the class understood the concept, right? Okay, let me look at some other. Yeah, two brains are better than one, right? So even we have been students, and if you look back, most of the learning which we have done also has been with our peers, right? And this is the way in which we can take that and put it back in our classrooms, right? All right, I think beneficial, right? Many of you are saying about confidence also. Students gain confidence, right? All right. Good. Thank you all for responding. I don't have time to read all the responses. Right. To summarize, I think most of you have talked about all these points, right? Students, as opposed to a simple lecture mode, where students are just listening. Now here they are talking, they are arguing with their peer, right? There's a lot of healthy or good noise which is happening in the classroom. They're learning from each other, they're teaching each other. And even students, who are not very keen on learning, or maybe those who are shy or silent, right? Even they get a chance to participate, right? It's just a matter of talking to your friend, right? And students see that when they look at their neighbors and they see, okay, many of them have still not got the answer, right? The answers are varied. So that doesn't mean that only I don't know, right? So these are some benefits for students. And I think the main benefits for instructors, many of you said, it helps the instructor get immediate feedback. So I don't have to wait for a test or for the next day to realize, oh, okay, students are actually struggling in this area. I can get immediate feedback, right? And as I showed earlier, each of these options point to a particular misconception, right? Or some wrong thinking which the student might have regarding that concept. So each of those options tell the instructor that, students are actually having these misconceptions. All right. Due to lack of time, I won't get into details of how you can design a good PI question, but usually it's a conceptual short question. It addresses a particular misconception and it has believable distractors. So distractors are options which are incorrect, but which point to a particular misconception. Right? And it's not ambiguous. It's a very clear-cut question. Right? Okay. Now that we have looked at peer instruction, let's look at the second strategy, which is think, pair, share, right? So think, pair, share is also a classroom strategy which you can use in your classroom, and students work on a problem which is posed by the teacher. Okay, and as the name suggests, there are three phases. First is think, where each student individually thinks about the problem which is posed by the instructor. Then they form groups of two or three maybe, and then in pairs they solve a problem, a little more extended problem. I'll give an example of what that is. And then finally, all the groups share their solutions in class, right? So let's take an example. So this is an example which I took a couple of weeks back in my computer science class, where I was teaching them about functions. And it's a problem where the user has to input a year, Y, and a number D. And what the program should do is it should print the date, which is the dth day of the Yth year. So for example, if Y is 2022 and D is 36, so the 36th day of 2022 is 5th February, right? 2022. So that date should be printed. So if this is a problem, so what I asked students in the think phase is to just write down the broad steps for your solution. So I'm not telling them to write the actual code or write all the steps in the code. Just think about the algorithm. What are the different steps, right? How will you go about solving this problem? So this activity you can give 3 to 5 minutes, where each student individually, silently, they are working on this problem, on this question. Next, in the pair phase, I tell them to pair up with their neighbor. Okay. And the question I gave them was, now look at your neighbor's solution, discuss both of your solutions, look at some common steps, look at some steps which are missing, check if your algorithm, if it satisfies all the boundary conditions. Are there some things which are missing, which you have left out? Okay, so come up with the algorithm, right? Combine both your solutions and come up with the algorithm. And now again, as similar to the peer instruction thing, they're discussing, they're talking to their neighbor, they're learning together. This usually takes around 5 to 10 minutes. You give them that much time. And finally, in the share phase, you ask the pairs to share their solutions in the class. So let's say one pair presents their solution, then you can ask the other member or the other classmates to critique their solution, right? Maybe another team might have a better solution, right? And so this provides us opportunities to discuss, to think about, what are good programs, how do you write programs, what are different ways to solve a particular problem. So such activities help in building these skills in students, right? So similar to peer instruction, there are similar benefits, but the last point about, it helps students tackle, if you have an ill-structured problem. An ill-structured problem is a problem which doesn't have a very definite solution, right? So as opposed to the peer instruction solution question, it was very specific. In this case, if you want students to work on, large or not very specific problems which have a specific answer, this is a good strategy which you can try. Right. And even for the instructor, it helps them, if we get immediate feedback, and also multiple viewpoints can be considered. And we tell students to do that as well. Okay, now coming to the end of my talk. So again, I want to reiterate what I believe is the key takeaway for all of you. So I believe these strategies can help you, increase students' engagement as well as help them understand concepts in class, right? And these are strategies. So these are two strategies. There are several other strategies, and all these strategies have a common name, and they are known as active learning strategies. Right? So active learning strategies, as we saw, right? Students are not just listening or copying notes or, just doing something, haphazardly. They are, writing, they are talking to each other, they are reflecting on the problem, they are expressing their thinking, right? So all these activities promote that, right? So I would encourage all of you, even in your classes, right? uh, Intersperse your lectures, your classes with these activities in between, right? And it can be peer instruction, it can be active learning. There are several other strategies also. So if you search active learning strategies, you'll get a list of them. So, and all of these have been evaluated, right? So there are researchers who have tested these strategies, and these strategies have shown to be more effective than simple, lecture-based teaching. I don't have time to go through that, but if anyone requires, I'll be happy to. If anyone requires those resources, I'll be happy to share that. Right. So, uh, I would like to leave you with this key takeaway, and I hope that that you will use these strategies in your classrooms, and I hope that you will have very engaging and rich experiences in your classroom. So thank you. And at Flame University, I'm teaching at Flame University. So we have a group, and we are actively involved in computer science education and outreach. So if you have any questions, or if you would like to know about something, please feel free to talk to me at any time. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prajesh, and thank you very much to provide a link for the people to reach out to you. I'm very sure there would be here and there many teachers across to quickly connect with you and talk to you on these information. Thank you very much. Thank you for enlightening on both the strategies, and I'm very sure like most teachers would have taken it away. I'm happy to tell you that being a trainer at few schools, I even saw some of these getting applied. So thank you very much for bringing this into picture, even for computer science education. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
sir. It was great interacting with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just stop sharing. Thank you,
Yes.
Vasudeva. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, let's quickly get on to the next part of the session, and here we have something really important. When we talk about the computer science education, looking at the chat itself, we would have seen that there are so many educators out there. Okay.
Also, please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, please. Okay, done.
Somebody was getting scolded, or somebody was scolding somebody, so that's fine. It's like on an online concept, how much of a technology gets developed, this auto mute now, sometimes some AI should work. Yeah, when appreciation happens, auto unmute should happen. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. Yeah, the point is, when we talk about the specificity of computer science education, this something that's really important for all of us to know, which was focused on the talk by panel members yesterday, and even today the leaders are going to talk about it. In fact, in the chat also, there were many people who are talking about, where do I get educated about all these things? Well, probably the next 10 to 15 minutes is one area that you can know about. What are those platforms, or what are the spaces in which, even if I don't get the training, how I can still go and enhance myself. Many people think about lessons on YouTube. Many people think about lessons on Coursera or Udemy. But apart from that, a technology component of creation, especially the area where programming and coding comes into picture, the students are getting smarter day by day, and the speed at which the updation of the educators is happening is comparatively slower. The first reason being not having time on exploration. So there are some few people out there, one of them could be me, who have curated these topics which are present here and there, and I'm going to give it to you right away. So it's very important for you to have a pen and a notebook, or else the link and the bookmark to be kept on the computer. So I'm going to give you a few websites on which you can learn all these things in a quite fast-paced manner. And this would also give you a perspective about how coding and programming is being marketed and being conducted by various organizations, and how these could be taught to the students by the teachers you yourself. Many of you might know most of these things because some of them have been in the country for quite a long time. For example, Scratch by Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Let me quickly get onto the subject. I'm going to share my screen. I would like to request all the participants to please make a note of all these things. Let me see how many I can explore and give it to you right away. The first and the most interesting and the fascinating part for me will always be Scratch. Let me share my screen, and here we go. Scratch is a website that was created. I shouldn't say website, it's a platform. Just like the way we have IDEs, integrated development environments, the place where we actually program, where we code information and try to take an output. Scratch is one area where for the first time many people across the country came to know about the concept of block-based programming languages. So the moment I get into it, all I have to do is, there's an empty space present over here. There's a cute little animal over here, which is actually called as a sprite. And all I have to do is just drag and drop information from left to right, and keep clicking on them. The moment I drag and drop, keep clicking on them, and this is how it happens in whatever position. And it's fun to see a program that's being made right now, and to witness the immediate output. Now when I talk about immediate output, it's just not on the screen. Scratch is so flexible and scalable that even a college going student, or a person who is doing PhDs, can still access this and make a program to that complexity. Let me show you one more fantastic feature of Scratch. You go to the extensions on the left bottom corner, and you'll get to see the options of few extensions. Here comes the interesting part with reference to coding. You have all the microcontrollers present over here. Now, when we actually talk about computers, technology, they can be directly compared with human being. Just like the way human beings, all of us, receive information from the surrounding in the form of visual representation, hearing representation, smell, and the taste. I'm talking about the sense organs. These are the input devices for a human being, which is being processed by the brain, which is actually called as a microcontroller or a processor on any technology machine. And then based on the information that we got in the brain, we start enacting through our hands and legs, just like the way I'm doing right now. This is being performed because of the instruction from the brain. On a similar manner, when there is an input, you give an input, this information has to be processed by the computer, and based on that there needs to be an output that has to be given. The process of linking all these three elements is somewhere called as programming. I hope you're getting the connect. And for that, you have the required hardware that are present on Scratch. It could be Microbit by Microsoft, Lego Mindstorms. It's a very world famous robotics kit out there. And you also have Lego Education, Go Direct Force and Acceleration. All these Makey. These are some of the microcontrollers which could be used, and you can transform or transfer the program from the computer to these devices. So that's with respect to Scratch. And when we talk about open education resources, Scratch is a free and open education, OER, open education resource, which could be used by anyone. Now, some of you might immediately ask me, I completely get the point, Vasudevan, but I don't really know how to start and how to do it. Maybe I can just drag and drop and randomly try by myself, but is that the right way in which I'm going? There are multiple video tutorials on YouTube, but however, having said that, for a person who wants to learn all these things in an orderly manner, I would always suggest to go with a platform in which lesson plans are pre-created. When I talk about lesson plans getting pre-created, one very good website that everybody might know about is code.org. The moment you get into code.org, the heartening part is, it's quite warm to know that all the lesson plans are already there. Either you can sign in and get into it. Let me not do that right now. I just click on learn. You click on learn, and the moment you click on learn, you'll be able to see the complete option. You'll have full course catalog. There are some organizations or there are some websites which claim this to be their own website. No, this is completely open and free by Computer Science Teachers Association, CSTA. And yeah, yeah, so once you get onto it, you will have all these options. So once you get, let me click on one of the options. Grades KG to 5, I click on Pre-Reader Express. The moment I click on that, you'll be able to see the lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3 in an orderly manner. For a KG student who is getting on into it for the first time, many people say that it's quite impossible for a young child like KG student to learn coding. Well, when we establish the connect of coding to be nothing less than thinking skills, I think the attributes quite get satisfied with code.org. For example, this is a question, click the block. I just have to click the block. The moment I do that, it's like the KG child. Just imagine he's able to touch the mouse or quickly move it over there and click on it. It's just not for KG students. It's even for adults who are touching the mouse for the first time, like my father. So the moment you click on that, it'll just understand that, and then we have to go to the chapter number 2. You can click on continue, it goes to the chapter number 2. Now the complexity has gradually increased. Drag the block to the target. I simply drag it and keep it over here. Yeah, you completed puzzle 2, continue. Then the complexity even more increases. Arrange the blocks to form the image. Now this exact arrangement of attaching 2 blocks is what we do on Scratch. So when we continue the complete chapter one by one, we have got all the lesson plans in place. Eventually, when you complete all these chapters, the students are ready to go to grade 2 or grade 1, depending on wherever we are starting, in order for him to understand block-based programming languages and eventually go to text-based programming languages in further classes. I really like code.org. I shouldn't even be saying I like. It's one of the best platforms to learn any type of programming languages eventually. The logic building is more important. You remember the scooter question about three spare tires or 3 new tires? You remember the question about the candy bars? We had a confusion on 22, 21. Well, the answer was 22 actually. Now these does not just require your science or social knowledge. It's more important on a daily habit of using our brains. And code.org is an interesting platform. They also have R of code. This is an interesting thing. I would like to request everybody to please learn about it. Now, once we get onto code.org, here they have a lot of options on creating your own mobile application, creating your own game lab. So I would like to request everybody to please explore on this option, create a profile today itself, and trust me, you're going to have a very, very nice time. After code.org, for somebody who wants to be really professional in making mobile applications, there are multiple options. One option that could be used in the beginning is Thunkable. Thunkable looks something like this. No code mobile app development made easy. And the best part of Thunkable is when you make a program, you also have a device layout over here. All you have to do is the mobile phone representation comes in between. All you have to do is just drag and drop information from the left side, and later on just drag and drop these elements that are present and make your own program. Once you arrange your own program, that's it. You are ready to go ahead, and you can start transferring the program to live mobile application also. That's why we have live test on device. But taking this to the next level, making it a little more professional, I'm going to the next tool, and that's called as MIT App Inventor. MIT App Inventor is done by the same team who actually made Scratch, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They came up with MIT App Inventor concept in which the students can create their own mobile application. And the best part is this particular platform also allows you to download the app from this particular area or from the platform in the form of .apk. .apk is the extension which could be put on your mobile phone and installed permanently in your phone. In fact, there has been features or news wherein the students make a mobile app through this particular platform and share it on Google Play Store as well. So this also has a representation of a mobile phone. There's a drag and drop button mechanism. All you have to do is just drag and drop. This is where I want the button of this mobile application to be. I can immediately go to maps. I can have a circle. I can have a line string. I can even have this interesting thing called as sensors. Most of you would have seen that whenever you, try to change your phone from portrait to landscape mode, from this to this, automatically the photos change. And this happens because of gyroscope sensor that's present inside. After that, when you talk about, shaking the mobile phone, it takes a snap. Or when you shake, something else happens, probably a photo gets changed. That's because of accelerometer. So in fact, there is a technology wherein you just tap on another phone and the phone number from one phone to another gets transferred, any file for that matter. I want to have Divya's phone number, for example. We happen to meet somewhere. I, rather than asking her number, I can just ask a phone, tap on it, and the number gets transferred. So this is something that's amazing, and which we call as NFC, and near field is present over here. Yeah, so in this way you have all these sensors that are present on this particular platform. You just need to arrange the places, arrange the app with drag and drop mechanism, and then go to blocks and then just program it just like the way you did it on Scratch. It also requires a little bit of logic. Scratch and MIT App Inventor do not come with lesson plan, but code.org comes up with a lesson plan. Lesson plans will give you the scope of learning things in reality. I should not say reality, but in real time. And then you can apply these concepts on all these things. Now comes the interesting part. Some of the computer teachers out there might have a doubt how all these things are actually made. Now, all these things which I'm talking about are made using this platform called as Blockly. Now, Blockly is a page of wherein you can create your own blocks. For example, Gurdeep ma'am can create her own Scratch. Shalini can create her own Thunkable. In fact, Dharanya, if she's really having a lot of time, she can create her own MIT App Inventor. So if you're really good at JavaScript, and if you're really interested in making such kind of programs, and if you're good at it, you can make your own program, sell it to a company. Yeah. And if you do that, you'll get a lot of money. There's a huge demand for Blockly right now, because block-based programming languages are getting a lot of attention, especially in school education. Yeah, let me not get into the details of how to do that. Please explore this option as well. Now, right after Blockly, there is something really interesting, and that's called as Tinkercad.com. Now, apart from programming and coding, there are few websites in which you would want the students to design something and then program it. Sometimes there could be chances that a student is actually not having a sufficient infrastructure to see if a program is working or not. For example, you make a program and you have a microcontroller to be tested. This particular platform will give you that option. So all you have to do is just click on Tinker, and you've got multiple options. One is called as the circuits. Even another subject teacher, probably physics or science or social studies, if you want to use circuits to talk about circuit theory, microcontrollers, could still go ahead and use it. You have 3D design, wherein you just click on it, you can start creating your own 3D models. Some people create their own aeroplanes, boats, a whole house altogether, and a lot of other things related to 3D designs. Now, this is with respect to Tinkercad. Supporting Tinkercad, there is another platform called as Alice, ALICE. Do I have that? Yeah, Alice looks something like this. Alice 3, it's a huge software which needs to get downloaded for on the computer. It's not an online thing. So I would request everybody to please take your time and explore, and not to explore this right in the beginning. This is something which will go at the pro level, the next level. Then we have another famous platform called as Ed Blocks or Edu Blocks. Yeah, it got changed to Edu Blocks recently. And here again, okay, and here again, we have this option of drag and drop mechanism. We've got multiple statements, the logic. If anybody is having a doubt, how do these get built and constructed? Whenever you drag and drop something, there's a backend program that's happening. Edu Blocks gives you a lot of option to use blocks and even use code. I'll repeat it, blocks and code. So if there is anyone out there who want to compare how block programming or block based programming languages differ from code, I think this is a very good platform in which you can explore this particular option. So yeah, this is something interesting with respect to block based and text based. And then you have got multiple platforms on which you can learn all of these things, called as, there is something called as Geek for Geeks. Geek for Geeks, some of you might already know about it. And there's something called a CS3 as well. We'll be talking and sharing about all these things a little later. Let me go to the next one, and that's called as Google Teachable Machine. Now this is related to artificial intelligence, and this is by Google. Some of you actually might know about it. If you know, you can please put this on the chat. Yeah, if you already have used it. So Teachable Machine is all about getting on into feeding information to the computer. For example, something like this. You define, switch webcam. Yeah. You define how do you look when you're happy, how do you look when you're sad, and then train the model. Something like, most of you would have seen this. I've done this multiple times. Samples are collected when you're happy. Samples are collected when you're sad. Okay, not the right camera. So you have to choose the camera probably. So, and do this. It's taken. You click on train the model, and the moment you click on train the model, then there appears a a preview over here. Looking at that, it will be able to tell if you're happy or sad. When you're introducing machine learning and artificial intelligence in grade 8 or 9, this could be one very good platform. The intention of us right now talking about all these things is just to bring awareness to everyone that there are free and open education resources that are present out there, which could be immediately adopted and used. It's just that a little bit of practice. And whatever I'm talking about, all these are completely free of cost. I'm mentioning this multiple times because you can do it by yourself. This is happy, and that's sad. You can see the fluctuation. Happy, sad. Now you can actually use this program and export this to the cloud. Use that on Scratch. After making a program, if you're happy, open the door. If you're not happy, let the door remain be closed. Transfer that program to a microcontroller through Scratch again, and make your own robot and keep it in front of your house door. Only when somebody is smiling right outside your door, only then the door will open. So even if a thief wants to come, he has to literally smile for the door to get opened. I hope you got the point. Yeah, well, that's not the intention over here. Please don't mistake me. So yeah, that's with respect to Google Teachable Machine. There are a lot others. There's Replit out there. There is Triple. There are a lot of platforms, but these are some of the basic ones that I would really request everyone to please make a note of. I hope you did that. If I've been very fast, please don't mistake me. That's all is the time that I've got, and I had to really concise a lot of things. Now, without further ado, I would like to request the next team members to come and discuss one of the most important topic, role of computer science leaders, or role of leaders in computer science education in their respective school. Without their support in the school, this cannot come in front, and without their initiation, every effort taken by a teacher out there remains incomplete. Hence, the support from school leaders has to be really immense, irrespective of the knowledge aspect, irrespective of the background, irrespective of the topography. This has to happen. And hence, I would like to request 1 second. Let me quickly check on that. I'm not getting the cue. Okay. I'm very sorry, teachers. 1 second. There's something important that I have to share. Okay, done. School leaders, please hold on for a few seconds. There's something important that I need to share, and we will continue with that. So yeah, the next is going to be the panel discussion on role of computer science leaders. But before going ahead, let me talk about this aspect. And this is something interesting. Here we go. Let me share the computer screen, and I'm sure this is going to bring few smiles among everyone. I click on share screen option. Here we go. Are you able to see the screen? Yes. Okay, so these are some of the facts that the team had collated, and as per the timeline, this was supposed to be mentioned at 5 o'clock, and I was just skipping on that. R&D team were quite angry about it. Sir, you're missing out one important fact. So that's the reason I'm going over here. So let's go to the first one. Only about 10% of the world's currency is physical money. The rest only exists on computers. Really? I didn't know that. Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay as well, right? Everything is just a number. Maybe true. The fact of digital currency is not fast. It's not far. Definitely not. Let's go to the next one. Typewriter is the longest word that you can write using the letters only on one row of the keyboard of a computer. Is that so? Oh, okay, the QWERTY pad. Okay, typewriter. That's the longest word. Interesting, quite interesting. Let's go to the next one. The average human being blinks 20 times a minute, but only 7 times a minute when using a computer. Wow. Okay, that's how. Forget about the screen time getting increased. Even the minimum time of screen that you're looking into, you're not resting on your eyes. This is a nice one. Let's go. If there was a computer as powerful as the human brain, I totally agree with this. It would be able to do 38,000 trillion operations per second and hold more than 3,580 terabytes of memory. By the way, here I have to quickly talk about this. Just for the quick understanding, it all begins from bits. I think 8-bit is 1 byte. Just tell me if I'm right or not. I'm just remembering my school days and trying to say that 8-bit is 1 byte. I think 1024 bytes is 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobyte accounts to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes accounts to 1 GB, 1 gigabyte, and 1024 gigabytes accounts to 1 terabyte. Am I right? I do not know about the next one. 1024 terabytes accounts to 1
Right.
petabyte. Okay, thank you so much. And anyone up after that? 1024 petabyte.
Zettabyte.
Zettabyte. Thank you so much, ma'am. My God. And okay, उसके बाद exabyte भी है. Zeta, Jyotsna. Okay, thank you so much. And where are we? At MBs mostly, or GBs. Let's go to the next one. HP, Microsoft, and Apple have one very interesting thing in common. They were all started in a garage. I think even YouTube. So basically, you need to open an office in garage. 5 years down the line, you're going to be one of the biggest companies in Silicon Valley. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's quite a very big coincidence. Let me go to the next one. The first ever hard disk drive was made in 1979 and could hold only 5 MB of data. 5 MB, and people are literally pushing the hard disk. That's huge. Just imagine the importance of space that would have been given during that time. Now, so you take at least 10 to 15 pictures to have the right selfie, which would account to approximately 25 to 30 MB of data. And look at the efforts for 5 MB. Let me go to the next one. The first 1 gigabyte hard disk drive was announced in 1980, which weighed about 5,500 pounds, near about 1,000 kilograms, if I'm not wrong, and had a price tag of $40,000. Yeah, $40,000. Abhi to, I think 1 terabyte hard disk you receive at 4,000 rupees approximately. Yeah, which is 1,000 GB. Let me go to the next one. The first computer mouse constructed in 1964 was made out of wood. Wood. Okay. If it had been the case even now, deforestation would have been at its peak for technology. The first popular web browser was called as Mosaic. Yes, and it was released in 1993. I remember this. They can see that Windows system, Microsoft Windows, and Macintosh. So it was working in both the platforms of Windows and Macintosh. That's nice. That's it. Yeah. Thank you so much. So these are some of the facts, and here they were mentioning about the YouTube as well, but somewhere else. Let me stop share the screen as of now, and here we go. That's great. So that was with respect to the fact and R&D team. I hope you're happy about it. Thank you so much, all the teachers, and thank you so much, school leaders. Extremely sorry for announcing and quickly jumping on to the next topic. Please do not mistake me. I would like to request, without further delay, Sonia Vadva ma'am, please take over and start interacting with your panel members. Computer science education by school leaders, importance of the same. Over to you, ma'am. 2 seconds. I'm just getting it online. Sonia ma'am, once you join, you can interrupt me. For the award distribution, there's an echo. Yeah. We've got school leaders and teachers category. I've just received the final list as well. So I will be talking about that right after the panel discussion. So requesting all the teachers and the school leaders to be, patient after the panel discussion. Also requesting everybody to please fill up the form in order to, for me to send the certificates. And we'll also have the launch of Master Coder program. The form link will be there on the chat in few seconds. Many students recently have been visiting few cities like Hyderabad, Kolkata, and Mumbai, Pune as well. And there was one random question asked to all the students, which I'm going to ask once more. When I send a message, you just say yes or no on the chat. When I send a message on WhatsApp, say for example, I send a message to Gracie ma'am right away, saying that good evening ma'am karke on WhatsApp. How many of you feel that it actually travels through satellite? I say that it travels actually through satellites. Say yes or no. Just one random question. I send a message to one of you, and the message passes through the satellites. Say yes or no. Okay, interesting, right? Okay, I've got a lot of yes. Many people say no as well. Okay, it's just a small conception misconception. Bhavna ma'am says yes. Satellites? Come on, go ahead. You never thought about it. You would have thought na ki jab bhi I'm sending a message yahan pe network nahi hai. I go out and try and the message gets delivered. Message goes into database, Nidhi ma'am. Okay, is that database present on satellite? No? Yes? Yes? Okay. Okay, so this is one misconception that we will be talking about later. Another one, there is a very big wire that's connected from America to Australia, which is an internet cable. Yeah, is it true or false? Does internet travel underwater through Pacific, Indian, Atlantic Ocean? Say yes or no. True? Yes? Yes? Okay. Sorry to ask you random questions. Just an interesting filler out there. And Sonia ma'am is all set, I suppose. Over to you, Sonia ma'am. You please take over.
Thank you, Vasu sir. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Global CS Conclave. And from yesterday, we are having interesting sessions, panel discussions, and a lot of brainstorming is happening among the education leaders and CS educators. So we are again ready for an interesting panel. Before I introduce today's topic and set the context, I would like to introduce everyone to my co-panelists. So I have with me 4 ladies, very, very dynamic and very proficient in their field. So I'll start by introducing Hira ma'am. Hira ma'am is the founder unit head of Birla High School, Kolkata, being an educator of 27 years, implementing a non-conventional and innovative approach enabled her to captivate the dynamic young minds and motivate them to have fun with numbers and eradicate the phobia of mathematics by gamifying the subject. Very interesting that sounds. Her pedagogy in teaching mathematics has won her many laurels. And the list of ma'am's achievements during pandemic is on. I would pick up some, best extracts from there. From her new normal was not a from her the new normal was for her the new normal was not challenging, but an opportunity to be embraced and adapted to suit the needs of the time. She was able to instill in not just her pupil but also in all stakeholder and interest in smart learning. So I can say that, with full confidence, because when she was doing this journey with her team, I was a part of little assignments which she did with for her team. She was awarded the ICT Facilitator Award by EduNext and the most engaging online teacher by AHA Education in 2020. She was also featured in the Excellence Magazine's edition 100 Admired People in Education 2020. So her list of award is also a huge one, but I welcome you on board, ma'am, and we hope this panel discussion this evening becomes very enlightening for our audience with your august presence here. Next, I move on to Mam Paramjit. Mam Paramjit Kingra is Vice Principal of DPS Batinda. She's Head Examiner and Teacher Trainer for CBSE. She's IAYP Coordinator, IDB British Council Coordinator, and she has 25 years of experience in the field of education and teaching. Next, I have with me Ma'am Rashi Oberoi. She's presently the head of primary wing at Silwan Public School, Rajendra Nagar, Delhi. So as far as her qualification is concerned, she is MBA and graduate in history honors. She has more than 2 decades of experience in the field of education, an energetic educator with proven track record in teaching and coordinating schools' academic and administrative processes. Ma'am has experience in policy development and staff management procedures. Also, she has her expertise in curriculum design and development. So welcome, ma'am. Welcome on board with us today for this panel discussion. I have next with me Soma ma'am. Soma ma'am, Head of School, DPSG International, Ghaziabad. Ma'am has recently won a Global Mindshare Award. She is a Microsoft expert, MI Fellow, and an Adobe Creative Educator. The mentor with PLC and ICT DPSG Society. She has about 25 years of experience as a science educator, innovative and education leader, and she has led various DPS. She has led DPSG in various capacities, and ma'am has also played a key role in the showcase school journey of DPSG. She has trained around 680 educators from 8 branches of DPS schools in various edtech tools. So we have a very, very prestigious panel today, and I'm sure we are going to have a fruitful discussion today. So let us, throw some light on the topic for today. So we are here to discuss the role of school leaders in implementing progressive CS curriculum post NEP. So I'm sure that you all are aware that NEP has, given a lot of room for bringing in an innovative CS curriculum. So while the NEP focuses on multiple aspects, including the need for early childhood care, inclusive education, revamping the current curriculum, but an inherited thread that runs around the policy is the interplay of education and technology. And yesterday in one of the panel discussion, one of the panelists said that if you pick up the policy and just search the word policy, it is 67 times mentioned in a document. So that tells us that how, concerned everybody is now about weaving digital pedagogies into teaching learning practices, and how they want to embrace technology to enhance learning outcomes, because we all have now witnessed also the power of technology during the pandemic, that it has some potential to cater to the need of all kind of learners. If the team can see, there is some disturbance. Is that for me or is it for everyone? If we can, keep everybody's else mic on mute. There's a lot of background noise.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Okay, I think they muted me also.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now it's fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the policy emphasizes the need to introduce coding at an early age. It also addresses the importance of awareness about essential domains of AI, machine learning, physical computing, cyber safety, and security, which are very, very valid points for, the current scenario. Now, you all school leaders are here with me. We would, including me, my audience would also like to understand, as school leaders, are the schools, ready to embrace this particulars, the recommendations from NEP? Do we have a buy for it? Do we have readiness for it? And my questions to you all panelists will be around this particular context. So I would like to start with Madam Paramjit. Ma'am, I have a question for you, and it's like NEP has opened multiple avenues to take the CS curriculums in school to a new level. It will also create opportunities to provide our learners with requisite skills to make them future ready. Now, my question is, how do you visualize bringing a new progressive CS curriculum to your school as a leader? Do you foresee some challenges? And if so, what would those be?
Thank you, Sonia. A very warm good evening to all the participants and my fellow panelists. First of all, a big thank you, team Super Teacher, for giving us this opportunity to discuss such a wonderful topic. So to answer your question, Sonia, I think everything begins with a clear vision. Right? So a clear vision on part of the school leadership that focuses on implementing equitable computer science education. And mind you, the word is equitable here. Equitable computer science education at classroom level that is both scalable as well as sustainable. I mean, policy, as you just mentioned, the policy, yes, but then how do we implement it? So it has to be scalable as well as sustainable. No child left behind when it comes to computer science. So very clear vision. I mean, it's high time that we upgraded and upscaled the curriculum of computer science so that our students can learn the skill sets that are required for the future job market. The times are changing at an unprecedented rate. So the future is technology. So we as
Ma'am, request you to unmute yourself.
am I better? Right.
Yes.
So I'm talking about the school leadership, right? So a clear vision to begin with, and then starting with our own selves, right? So the school leadership needs to start with ourselves. No leader can afford to be technophobic now. So we need to model the use of technology. If we use it, the leadership uses it, the teachers will use it. The first and foremost, a clear vision, and then we, the school leaders, the leadership, using it. The second most important task is disseminating the vision. Yes, I have my vision in place, but then how do I disseminate? So disseminating among the stakeholders, all the stakeholders, be it the parents, be it the teachers, even the management, if I have to convince them. So every stakeholder should have a clear understanding that the new CS curriculum is very different from what we were doing till now, the computer class. I mean, until now, it was just the computer class that students used to go to once or twice a week, right? So this CS curriculum is not just about the physical computing devices, but it'll be about creating knowledge. So if we implement this curriculum, which is very progressive, here the students would be creating knowledge for themselves. So this is something that needs to be told to the teachers, to the parents, especially. So the new CS curriculum is a method, it's a way of learning that involves collaborative learning, collaborative techniques, the techniques where students will learn how to think sequentially, to think logically, and then how to approach a problem. And very interesting here that we're talking about computer science curriculum, but we are also learning about life skills. Life skills are also about logical thinking in a sequence and problem solving. So, wow, the curriculum, the new progressive curriculum is worth the implementation. So the third and the most important task is to help the teachers unlearn and relearn. And I think the major problem, the onerous task of implementation by the leaders lies here, because the teachers will have to unlearn and relearn, a major and a very difficult task for any school leader, I would say. So the teachers will be provided intensive trainings to break the mindsets and also to learn as to how to apply technology in their day-to-day teaching and learning. And last but not the least, to teach our students digital citizenship. Yes, we are talking about computer science, we are talking about technology, but then are our students ready to embrace that? Right? So digital citizenship is another aspect that we need to teach our students. So we are visualizing, we are conceptualizing the digital India. NEP 2020 says digital India. And for that, we need students and teachers who are well versed in the ethical use of technology. So this is something we'll have to teach our students and our teachers, rather teach our teachers and then our students. So digital citizenship needs to be embedded in every lesson plan throughout the curriculum, not just computer science, but throughout the curriculum. So the aim is to teach the students to accept ownership of their digital footprint. So this is how at our school we plan to implement the new progressive computer science curriculum. So if I specifically talk about my school, we already have the Atal Tinkering Lab. Before Atal, we had a robotics lab. So for the last 7-8 years, we are into the technology, right? But with this new system coming in, our class 3, 4, 5 students, just as Vasudipin just mentioned, class 3, 4, 5 students are already learning Scratch. And we have started with our coding for classes 6 to 8, not in a big way. As a pilot project, not all students are doing, some are, just to see where we stand. And then our senior secondary students, they are into learning of Python. Again, not all, but this is what we are doing at our school. As for the challenges you said, I think some of the challenges I have already mentioned. Bathinda is not, I mean, it's a class B city, right? So we don't fall into the category of bigger cities, right? So here I feel, if I talk about the smaller towns, the major challenge lies in the access is not universal. I mean, there are certain households where computer is still not there. So this is one challenge that I foresee. So at school, I may be doing many things with the students, but if they cannot, it cannot be reinforced. I think half the battle is lost there, right? Then another challenge that I foresee, I mean, yes, with teachers we can work, but then the mindset of parents is another area that I find is slightly challenging, right? For them, computer science still is a computer class once a week, not more than that. Why waste time on computer science when you have other major subjects? So this is another challenge that I foresee. And last but not the least, before that, even certain teachers, I mean, if we have to implement a CS curriculum in a progressive way in a school, all the teachers have to be on board. So there may be slight resistance from teachers of social studies or English or Hindi who might say, oh, I don't need logical thinking. My students don't need to think sequentially, but then that mindset needs to be broken. And last but not the least, training the trainer or the master trainers. I mean, we need, and of course we have super teacher for that. So we need good master trainers who can train so that we can train our teachers. So I think
Thank you
that's
so
what the
very
plan
much.
is.
Ma'am.
Sonia,
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for highlighting, the key points. And if I can quickly recall, you talked about vision, leading by examples, ensuring proper dissemination of your vision, digital citizenship, imparting life skills using logic and computational thinking, and going in phased manner, and definitely unlearn and then relearn. So thank you for so many valuable points that you added. I would now like to move on to Mrs. Rashi, and my question to you, ma'am, is
You are a primary school leader. How do you visualize bringing a change in CS curriculum at the primary level? Because these terms like AI, data sciences, looks big when we see from the primary school level. However, it's the base for the basic, education. What are some of the key skills that you want to plan to introduce in your wing? And what preparation would be required at the school level in terms of infrastructure, books, training, etc.? Please throw some light on that.
Thank you, Mrs. Sonia. Pranam, everyone. And yes, I would also like to compliment Super Teacher here, because the fact that we're talking about it shows that they're already ahead of what is coming soon. So the new education policy has really made an entire difference in how we are going to look at curriculum futuristically. We can design our own curriculum and we can take learning forward. Now, talking from the primary aspect, for a very long time, computers and primary school were kind of a very, very loose connect. So as we are designing the curriculum and to be a progressive school in the future, computer science curriculum beginning from the primary school levels is extremely important. So for that, first, I would like to establish here what exactly are we looking at when we start bringing in curriculum at the primary level. There are two very, very key aspects we start understanding. First thing is we want to develop computational thinking in children. It's not only about learning about computer science as a curriculum. It's about developing that computational thinking. And when we talk about the curriculum, yes, we have to look at the gap that has been there in computing education over the years in primary levels, and not just primary, even futuristic levels. So if we look at primary school curriculum and developing a curriculum from the word scratch, I know in IT, scratch is all about a lot of technical skills, but I'm going to use scratch as from the word go. You look at developing a curriculum in three areas. You talk about the content. What is the content we need to bring to the child at which age, ensuring the child is ready for that. The second is the infrastructure that every school which is introducing a computer science curriculum requires, so that they're ready for that computational thinking development. And the third most key important factor is the safety and security that comes with opening the entire world of computer sciences to the child. So if I look at it, I would bring in computer science curriculum in primary school in three layers. And these layers would be the lower primary or the lower elementary, which is right from the time the child enters, that is the K to 2, that is nursery to class 2, which is the first 3 years, and it's going to be 4 years once new education policy is introduced. So computer science education in the first 3 years of school right now is basically learning about machines. We bring them, even though, yes, 2 years of pandemic has made students very machine friendly, but we need to introduce machines to them in a formal school setup. So it's about them learning about machines and learning that the machine doesn't dictate to them. They dictate to the machine what they want to learn out of it. So the second thing is, I feel that the child has to learn the tools of observation. What the machine is capable of doing. What can the child make the machine do? Fluency in using the various tools that a computer lab offers to the child, whether it is bringing in AI, robotics, augmented reality, whatever, we can bring the world to the child. But the fluency of using all this is what we will look at bringing in into the primary level. Then we talk about the upper elementary, that is the class 3 to class 5 level. Here, we are also going to be, because the child is going to be using the computer on a more independent scale. So our curriculum would be designed on teaching the child, familiarity with using a keyboard, the speed at which, because, typing speed is also extremely important at this stage now. So sorting of information, sorting of understanding of the keys, some time back we were talking about the QWERTY key and how typewriter is the longest word you can write at a single row. So using the tools of the keyboard with fluency. Then you talk about from class 3 onwards, we'll talk about bringing programming, coding, even graphical programming. Now talking about the curriculum here, Unfortunately, there's been a huge gap. The fact that we're talking about computer science curriculum is because the computer science books have failed to deliver these new age requirements for these students, which is why there is a need for a computer science curriculum. And we've also started talking about bringing in a new curriculum for our primary school level, because sadly, the available books right now do not meet the needs of the students. Most of these students come ready, and now we have to refine their skills. So at the primary school level, I feel students need simple fundamental skills. It's not, you don't need to burden them with very heavy skills. So simple skills like maybe even Microsoft Office, how to use Microsoft Office, understand the various web browsers which are there, how to use these web browsers for information that suits their requirement, give them simple projects of creating games or creating a simple code of command that they can use, knowledge of how to write. I mean, it's very simple and it sounds very, very easy, but even something like writing, drafting and creating a simple email. The child has to learn, get the child to send emails, to draft emails, use formal language in emails, attach a recipient, attach multiple recipients, basic troubleshooting of your device. And the most important focus I would give at this level is to tell the child how to be safe in the cyber world out there. Introduce the child to cyber crime, to how much of information should they share, because these children are not able to filter that. They are making friends because that is their innocence. So cyber safety, a lot of emphasis on cyber safety, a lot of knowledge of laws and requirements of privacy and security features they can bring in. And when it comes to actual learning, I would say something very simple like language C or C+. A simple one language is enough. The second thing I spoke about was infrastructure. So when you talk about infrastructure, yes, most schools need to upgrade their computer labs. We still have a lot of outdated machines which do not offer these skills to children. So yes, we are looking at simple I3 level machines. We have to upgrade our technology. We have to upgrade our infrastructure. We're looking at machines which are having basic software tools that the child can experiment. It's easy for us to tell there are these websites, because there are a lot of firewalls that schools install to establish security features. So we need to find things like a good fast machines which can allow them to explore. Their spirit of inquiry needs to be kept alive. There has to be a robotics lab, because you cannot miss out on a robotics lab in a progressive school computer science curriculum. It does give an extra advantage. And simple books like algorithm or programming books that the child can explore. Even I would go to the extent of saying simple visual imagery computer science books which the child can explore and then experiment on the machines that are available on the lab. So these are the things I'm looking at. Teaching the child keyboard uses, computer shortcuts on the keyboard, cyber safety, online etiquette. I would give a lot of emphasis on online etiquette also for these little ones. And lastly, I would say, the safety that they need to establish on social media. I think that is also extremely important. And then let them explore, let them have fun, let them create any animations, let them work on Scratch, code, create games, let them have their fun, but they should know where to start and where to stop. That would be my computer science curriculum at a primary school level.
Thank you so very much, Rashmi ma'am, for all the valid points. And for the benefit of our audience, I took note and posted it in the chat. And what I best relate it happened today only. So I was with grade 4 in computer lab, and I was trying to tell them to use this software, Microsoft Make Code, and where I was trying to tell them you can create your own music. So we all were practicing, and amongst all that, there was this one boy who came to me, ma'am, this code is not working for me. I said, it is working for everyone. What's wrong with you? So we went and we checked, and then the lab assistant tells me this computer only doesn't have sound card. So that's why his music is not coming. And the child was feeling so disheartened. So yes, you very well point that you raised, that our infrastructure should also support these modern needs. If we are talking about dictating to the software and doing voice typing, what do we have microphones available with all the systems? Do we have sound cards over there or not? So little things, softwares are there, but is our infrastructure supporting us? So very valid points that you have brought in, and definitely cyber safety, security should be the first point to look at it when we plan, especially for junior children who are totally dependent on the guidance from teachers and parents. So we will move on from here, and I would like to now move on to Soma ma'am. Soma ma'am, tell me, how ready do you see educators in your school to embrace the change? Do they have prerequisite resources like books, modern computers? How about the level of understanding of students? Do you think your school students will, if the new syllabus come, you will be able to directly implement it, or there are some gaps and you need to do some groundwork? What challenges you foresee in all of this implementation in your school?
Thank you, Sonia ma'am. Good evening, everyone. And I would like to express my sincere thanks to Super Teacher for having invited me here. Sonia ma'am, thank you that you asked me this question, because it's something I can passionately talk about for hours. So when it comes to the readiness of educators, we're fortunate to be a part of the DPSG group, because we developed structures around the teachers' preparation, teachers' readiness, the resources availability, and culture of research that we've developed in our schools. So first, the requisite resources. So the school has a system that we have provided. The staff is provided laptops. So we had a policy where the management would provide laptops to all teachers, but we've gone a step ahead now, because the new age devices are there, and each one is at a different level, and each one makes a preference of a device for their own. Some people who like to create a lot of content, the visual interactive content, they go for a high-end machine. So the management sponsors a certain amount, and the staff is free to purchase their own devices. When it comes to students, yes, any new admission that comes to our school, we give a complimentary device so that the child is equipped to use that device for their day-to-day technology-related task. And technology is no more a secluded subject. It is integrated in every subject. So there is a complete interdisciplinary approach that we provide. Now, preparing for the NEP recommendations, the new age curricula. So the thing is, we have a very beautiful system evolved here. Our 8 schools, the teachers are divided subject-wise into the professional learning communities. So I head the PLC ICT, and we meet every fortnight, wherein we plan together, but at the same time, we have monthly PLDP, professional learning development programs, where we invite the resources, outsourced resources, or wherein the team members themselves, they're identified for different skills, different areas of expertise, and the lead sessions. So teachers are constantly into researching, evolving, at the same time hand-holding and training others. And this has emerged out such a beautiful system, be it robotics, be it augmented reality, be it virtual reality. Our teachers have evolved into experts in all. Plus, we have strong partnerships with Microsoft, Adobe. So the many teachers, and it was very encouraging for me this year, quite a few non-ICT teachers, those who are not computer science teachers, they've even qualified the MTA, which was unimaginable till date. So this is that the frequent trainings, the research culture that we've evolved in our schools, that has aided teachers to come a step ahead. So quite a few teachers have qualified MOS exams, the MTA exams. Then we are Microsoft Imagine Academy. So our schools are using the curriculum of Microsoft Imagine Academy, and they're evolving. And obviously the PLCs are great help. Now, further to creating the culture of research in our schools, the teachers come up with their own content. Yes, they do refer to many resources which are available online, the books that are available in library, or they explore themselves, purchase and study. But the teachers design the booklets, the unit of inquiry booklets. We follow the IB curriculum in primary, and that continues further. That spirit of inquiry continues further even in senior classes, although we follow the CBSE, but our pedagogy remains the inquiry-based pedagogy. So the unit of inquiries that the teachers cater to, they research the content and they come up with research material to be a part of this booklet. And for every class, the teachers are designing their own content, they're designing their own booklets, and they're working in teams which are very, very, very effective. So we are perfectly ready. I would say we are a step ahead in the sense when NEP was announced in 2020, before the NEP was announced, we had built in this culture of professional learning communities. We have built in the culture of research, and 2021 we evolved this unit of inquiry booklet system also. Now, with the white hat junior being so popular among the younger kids, even the middle school children, the culture of coding and computational thinking has really become a day-to-day matter for people. And we have parents who come up to us and who tell us, "Ma'am, how about coding? What class are you introducing coding?" And I feel proud in telling that my teachers are equipped to take coding even in classes 4 and 5. So Python, the new languages of coding that have come up, the children have shown interest in learning even Python at 4 and 5, the upper primary level. So things are really encouraging. But when it comes to challenges, yes, not everyone is at the same platform. So teachers are geared up, but when it comes to bringing all stakeholders, particularly the parent community, not all of them are there. So we do organize orientation sessions, webinars, time and again for our parents, but we are yet to arrive. And we seek, because computer science or the new age computer science curriculum is the future. The employment opportunities that we have right now in the market, we've seen a very fast-paced change, a very fast-paced evolution in past 10 years, and this pace has picked up even further. So right now, teaching in the classrooms, the artificial intelligence, the robotics, the augmented reality, virtual reality, robotics, these are the future, and it will evolve even at a faster pace. So today we can't predict what the children would be doing 5 years later, 4 years later, 10 years later. So we've got to be futuristic in our approach, and we've got to cater to that spirit of adopting and adapting towards the change. So for that, bringing the parents, the stakeholders along with us is a very imperative and important factor, and we're working towards that. We've recently launched the blended learning approach. So gone are the days that we had a computer lab and we provided them the hardwares. Now each child in this new system has to own their own device, and certain configurations are identified. So each parent makes sure, as it is during the pandemic phase, every household, every student had to have a device in order to learn on a regular basis. So children have their own devices and they're upgrading their devices. Now, when with these devices, it's like it's a new age devices. So we're ready for the new age curriculum also. The challenge remains that not 100% of our stakeholders are on our side, but I'm sure with the culture we have, with the hand holding that the teachers provide to the children, with the kind of rigorous cultural shift that we have initiated in our schools, those days are not far when we would overcome this challenge and we would step with times. So, Sonia ma'am, I've answered the question.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
very
you for
much.
giving this opportunity.
I was so engrossed in listening to you, and I made my notes what I can take back to my institution. So, your culture of PLC communities, I'm really motivated. Though my kids are young, so I am heading a primary school, but I see a lot of excitement imagining when children will have their own device and we can, prepare them, use them responsibly, and we can naturally weave digital pedagogies into all our lessons and make them future ready digital citizens. So a lot to learn from you, Soma ma'am. And
Thank you,
in the
Sonia ma'am.
interest of, yeah.
There's one thing I would like to add here, that this establishment of national education technology forums, like we have our PLCs, I'm sure this is the platform where this idea of establishing the national technology forums can be taken up further in a big way. And I'm sure supercomputer must already be thinking about it. Super teacher must already be thinking about it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks.
Vasu sir, please make note of this wonderful, great idea.
Absolutely,
Anita
ma'am.
ma'am, coming to you. So pre-pandemic, CS used to be considered as an activity subject in most of the schools, and usually, say up to grade 8, definitely people would look it up to it as a co-curricular subject. And for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, we were bounded by the guidelines of CBSE, ICSE, or whatever state board we would follow. And the teachers were also, not given due attention for their professional development and all. But post-pandemic, especially after NEP, the school education system has realized that more seriousness and attention is needed to have a progressive CS curriculum at school. How do you visualize implementing a good CS curriculum, which provides opportunities for learners to learn these latest skills like AI, data sciences, AR, VR, physical computing, etc.? And how would you go about the assessment of these skills? So, having a delivery plan is very nice and exciting, but how about the assessment of what we are doing? Is how much we have achieved and what's the way forward? So what are your thoughts on that, ma'am?
A very good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you, Super Teacher, for giving me this opportunity, and also Sonia ma'am for the question. I think my co-panelists have covered almost everything, but since I've been asked about implementation, in order to answer this particular question, we must know the background of the stakeholders involved in the implementation process. So on the receiver end of the implementation, we have the students who belong to Generation Alpha. And pre-pandemic, they were all digital natives, mind well, digital natives. And now post-pandemic, they have all become digital citizens, members of all the social media channels. On the other hand, if you look at the teaching faculty, the teachers who are going to execute the implementation process, before pandemic, we could categorize them under two groups. One is technologically challenged, because they were still in their mindset, as one of the panelists said, that what is the use of technology, right? And there was the other group who were digital immigrants. However, post-pandemic, there was a paradigm shift. The technologically challenged have been forced to become a digital immigrant, and the digital immigrants have become digital natives. But still, the students are much ahead of us, okay? So pre-pandemic, we used to consider computer science, as all the panelists have said, as a standalone subject. But post-pandemic, computer science is integrated in all the subjects, okay? Like we teach nowadays, and thanks to Super Teacher team also, all the subjects under the sun. We don't need the CS teacher. I mean, the ordinary teacher, the subject teacher herself, himself can go about with it by using all the different advanced computer science features. And moreover, technology is going to stay now. It is the order of the day. Now, in order to have a successful implementation of the advanced computer science features, teacher training, I feel, is very, very essential. And if the school leader, as my co-panelist had said, also undergoes the training along with the teachers, then he or she will be able to guide the teachers during syllabus and curriculum mapping sessions. Okay, because then we are all on the same boat, we are on the same page. So it is not Greek and Latin for the school leaders, because the present scenario, school leaders, there should be no demarcation between the teachers and the school leaders. We are all together. Okay. So until and unless the teaching fraternity is exposed to computer science and its varied features, I feel judicious implementation will not be possible. In our school, I will, because most of the points have already been told by my co-panelists, so I don't want to repeat that. I'm going to talk to you, or rather share how we are doing it in our school. In our school, as a school leader, I had undergone the training, and I convinced the management to train all the teachers, about 300 odd teachers under the aegis of our society, Vidya Mandir Society. So this training enabled the teachers to gauge what these advanced features are. What is coding? What is AI? What are data science? You don't need a computer teacher only to know all these things. And the teachers, my faculty, it was an eye opener for them, because they found that these subjects are not confined to the computer teachers. Anybody and everybody, after a proper training, can do the needful. The best part was that the teachers were able to fathom that we are using AI continuously in our daily life. So in our school, we have smart boards in all the classes, right? From nursery to class 9. We are just a 5-year-old school, so we have till class 9. So even the nursery children, the teachers, they bring them near the board and they just tell them, okay, tell Cortana to play the nursery rhyme. And then, they make them understand. So the minute they say, okay, Cortana, play, say Humpty Dumpty. So then they can sort of, the awareness is important. The children are coming, the teachers are coming to school, the children are coming to school using the Uber, they are using AI. So this awareness was not so very predominant, which we made it after the training. Also using the different AI tools. Okay, there are umpteen number of AI tools. Today only Vasu was giving us a volley of AI tools, but which one to use when, that is very important, and that can only happen when the teachers along with the school leaders undergo the training. So what we do when we draft the implementation plan, we do it in two parts. We have a micro objective and we have a macro. So every Friday, the mentors, they sit, we have 4 sections of each class. So they sit with their team, they pick out a particular lesson where they feel that, yes, we can include either coding or AI or data science judiciously, not for the heck of it. Because, we do not want to burden the children with so many things. And also, we do not wait for the computer science period. I mean, we do it. I will be discussing it later on, that these are not rocket science. We can just do it without the machine. The main aim is to create awareness, to make the children aware that these are the things which we can do. And when they go to the middle school in class 6, so when the teacher is talking about coding and the different block coding, the HTML coding, so it is not alien to them. They are all familiarized with these things, right? So also in the lesson plan, we mention, okay, like whenever we are doing any computer, anything related with computers, and the children are bringing in the tablets, or they're working on the smart board or in the lab, the computer, the cyber ethics, as one of my co-panelists said, that we remind them about the cyber ethics and the security measures, so that the students and especially the parents, they are well aware of all the pros and cons of it. Mostly it's the con side, because children are innocent. They are, playing, say we give them a gamification of math. So they are doing it, and when a pop-up is coming, they are hitting on that. So we tell them not to do that. So this is a very, very important thing. Regarding coding, as even in yesterday's panelists, they said that coding is basically computational thinking. It comprises of sequences, algorithm, as I've told you, critical computational thinking, and this can be done through decomposition, debugging, logical reasoning. So we start everything from the lower classes. Ordinary worksheet only will enable us to understand whether the child is thinking, the child is analyzing, is the child, reasoning logically or not. So then later on, when we take them to the computer science lab, to the computer lab, it is absolutely crystal clear for them. So, and as today again, Vasu told us about this code.org, and we follow it as a regular basis. So I want to share a few of the things that we do, even Scratch, like we were talking about Scratch, even in, like we use it in class 3 and 4. I think one of the co-panelists was talking about it, not in the computer science way, whatever they have learned. Suppose say they have done something in science, adaptation of the animals. So the sprite can be changed to that particular animal or a plant, and the dialogues can be, the adaptive features. So what is happening? The child is not only getting motivated and the lesson is becoming engaging, the child is motivated towards greater learning. So as a school leader, I tell my team that, we have to be focused on the objective. It is not compulsory that you have to sit with the machine. Give them a brief idea, tell them how to move along with it, and automatically when they are doing it in the higher classes, as per the CBSE in class 6, they have to do coding in the CS classes. So they are well prepared for that. So I just want to share a couple of things. Like for example, imaginary soundscape. All right, so this is an AI tool. So this can be used for physics when they are doing in the higher classes. And the same thing can be utilized for the babies, the nursery and the KG. Guess how? We can have the roaring of the lion. But remember, we are not showing the picture. So it is auditory. The auditory nerves are absolutely at par. Okay, they are absolutely activated. So instead of giving the traditional worksheet as, okay, lion, dash. But instead of that, if you make the child hear the roaring sound or the flying of the aeroplane, and they write, okay, this is this vehicle which moved off, or this is this animal, children are motivated towards greater learning. Then we also have this analytical paragraph. Yeah, some of them in the chat, they're asking for the names of the tools. Whoever it is, Vasu has everything full, it's volley, he has all these things. So this analytical paragraph, students, what we do, we provide students with statistical data, a little higher, say 4, 5, 6, and they have to spin a story seeing whatever is there. So that is again data science. So, it is not that when you hear the word data science, AI, coding, we all think, oh gosh, how will my children do it? Okay, but actually, we teachers, I think all of you there, the panelists, their team, teachers are supposed to be very creative. I feel that. What do you say, Sonia ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
So they will come up with brilliant ideas. Only we have to just hold their hand and put them on the right track. Now, I will also give this example of binary. Now, when we talk about binary, we are thinking about geometrical progression, arithmetical progression, binary progression. But no, it's not that. Even for the little children, you just have to introduce them to the two numbers, 0 and 1, and tell them that 0 is no color, 1 can be any color. And then you can sort of give an illustration and then tell the children that using only 0 and 1, you have to code it. Okay, this again courtesy goes to super teacher. or you give them the list of codes in 0 and 1 and tell them to unfurl it. So not, I mean, what I'm trying to tell you about implementation is, if the school leader and the team, they are trained properly, nothing is impossible. Debugging is nothing but spotting the error. This is a backward learning process, we say. So you give something and tell the children that find out the error. Instead of writing find out the error, you say debug it. I mean, this one, Vasu was talking about that also just before our panel discussion. So the children, you know, what we are doing is we are not giving them straight question which facilitate rote learning. If you give the question in term like this, they will wear their thinking cap and they will think and try to find out the answer. Even say algorithm. What is algorithm? It is nothing but a series of process. So when you are doing, say, a geometry class and you tell the children that, okay, today we are going to do algorithm, and you take a paper and we are going to make an origami penguin and you are supposed to list down the process. And once the penguin is done, you tell them identify the triangles and the angles. So what are we doing? We are doing algorithm, which is a part of coding. We are doing integration of art, which is a very important aspect of NEP, and we are doing a subject. The same thing in higher classes, you can tell them to do it on the machine. We also use coding in mathematics for the junior classes. You know, you give the numbers 0 to 9, you give different colors, and then you give the colors as addends and tell the children, now come on, you just code it. So this is also part of the coding, the basic which they are learning, right? So another thing, you know, decomposition, which is also a part of the coding, which I want to, because we do it in our school, I want to share it. Here also, suppose, you know, Teachers' Day just got over and Children's Day is coming up. So you write happy, 5 letters are there, and then you draw 2 stick figures, and then you draw write day. So on the whole, you have got 8 letters. So now, if this is decomposition, you have to decompose each letter, say in terms of decimal. Higher class, say class 6. It's a part of coding. How are they going to do it? So the H is coming 1 times and the total is 8. So it is 1 upon 8. So, and in decimal, we have already taught the children that the denominators need to be 10 and exponents of 10. So we have to find out 8 into what will give us something which will be, you know, which we can convert. So it is into 125 is 1000. So you multiply, so equivalent fraction come. See how correlated it is, how, you know, the web learning it's forming. So when they are decomposing H in that happy Children's Day or Teachers' Day, they are getting that they're decomposing H into 0.125. I mean, there's nowhere it is written like that, but, you know, teachers can make this creative and make the children understand the meaning. What is the meaning of decomposition? Similarly, Google Earth can be used. So whenever we are planning in the lesson plan, we see to it that which particular topic can be used. And regarding assessment, when the children are working it out, when the children are solving it, automatically we are able to gauge whether our lessons were on the right track or not. At times, like Mr. Prasad was saying in the previous thing, we do have a peer session, you know, then thinking, pairing and sharing also. This combined, using all these things, using the machine, using NEP's advanced features. And I think the Google Lens, we keep it in our lesson plan, because here, when the children are taken down on a nature walk to the garden, we have tablets, and if they are within the Wi-Fi zone, or the teachers themselves, they give their they give their mobiles to the children. So if it is a smaller, you know, a lower class, they can find out whether the leaves, they just put the Google Lens, find out whether leaves are simple or compound. If it's of a higher class, then they find out about the species and the scientific name and all that. So every phase we are using AI coding wherever provided it is needed, not just for the heck of it. Hence, a fruitful implementation, I feel, is only possible if the school leader, because remember, the school leader is the captain of the ship. So he or she needs to steer it and see to it doesn't encounter with an iceberg. And if it does, also how to navigate. So we need to train. Training is very important. And we all know that the hybrid mode of teaching is there to stay. So we as educators have to take the maximum advantage of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Veera ma'am. And I can, echo your sentiments when you say school leader have to lead by example, because I know their school is one of the few schools when CBSE launched this AI integration manual for the classes 6 to 10, they were the first one to bring their staff on board for training. And as I was a part of the trainers, those who trained their teachers, ma'am would sit in each and every session and she would participate actively. And I would feel very bad at my heart because thinking when I do the same set of training for my teachers, why my principal doesn't sit? Because you'll find there will be always 2-3 staff members, those who would go and say, these are IT people, I don't know what they tell us, what is the relevance for us. And you would feel disheartened that you had pure intent to do something. But I would always think when my principal would be like ma'am and will sit in those training sessions. So definitely we have overshooted time, and I think we were given half an hour and it's 1 hour, but I think this was worth a discussion. I wanted to stop you, but I did not have the heart because the flow was so good and so good points were coming out. So Vasu sir and audience, forgive us for all that. We are among your awards and the further proceeding for the evening. But I'm sure audience must have enjoyed this fruitful discussion, and especially there was a lot of takeaways for me. And I'm sure many school leaders and educators, those who were listening us, you would have also picked up some point of relevance, which you can take back to your institutions. Thank you so very much, my co-panelist, and thank you everyone. Thank you, Super Teacher team. Vasu sir, you can take over from here now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, Hira ma'am, Paramjit ma'am, Soma ma'am, and Rashi ma'am. And now, yeah, it was definitely not advisable, or we need not have stopped it. It's all coming from the leaders. They've been front runners of implementation. And then thank you very much for everybody's insight. Right now, without further ado, I want to quickly go to the next part of the event, and that's going to be two important things. One is definitely the award distribution for leaders and teachers. I'm confining it. I had to do an activity and then announce it, but I'm just confining it for it to get finished as soon as possible. But I also got one important parcel that I want to share with everyone from my R&D team. So I would like to request everybody to quickly pay attention on the screens. I hope I'm clearly visible. Little dark, but I hope the lighting does the work. So I got this parcel over here. Let me just put a little over here. So this is from the team over here to Vasudevan sir from Super Teacher Edu Reforms Research and Development team. And this is the back. And I'm pretty sure this is the book that's coming up. And I'm just opening it right away. So Super Teacher team in collaboration with Visionaire IIT Bhubaneswar and various tech giants and people across like Sonia ma'am, Hira ma'am, Divya ma'am, there were many other people who were involved. A massive update is coming into picture, and this is about the Super Teacher Master Coder program on creative computing book launch. So I would like to request everybody to please look into this. We'll also open an e-copy. Some of you must be thinking that we are talking about computer science and technology, and you're still opening things with your hands, cutting it using your scissors. Yeah, how much ever technology gets developed, the charm of opening a parcel with the gift wrapper always remains the same, I guess. Anyways, it's almost done, and yes. Okay, a manual for this. Thank you so much. And this is how the book looks like. Master Coder program on creative computing sample book. Now this is going to come to each and every member of this particular event. It's going to be part with everyone, like along with the certificate. But the first thing, rather than showing it over here, let me show it on the computer. So for that, I would like to share my screen, and here we go. Okay, I got this. Yes, I got this. but the team members, I'm not able to open it. Okay, let me just share my screen and then do this work so that you'll understand what I'm intending to speak. Okay, so it's asking me to enter the password. Super teacher team members, can you please tell me the password? Anyone out there? Don't give up now. Hello, anyone? Vishal, are you there? R&D team head Vishal. Swati?
Yeah, I am there, Vasu.
Yeah, please tell me. Do you know the password for the book?
1 second, I'll get back to you.
Come on, guys. I'm just randomly putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, password is incorrect. I'll just try again. Okay, is it CSAW 2022? Let me try that. Okay, CSAW 2022. Okay, that was very brilliant of you to have this. Anyways, coming to the point, Master Coder program on creative computing. We have got the members on the top. I've got the preface. Just to quickly skim through the book. I'm not going to take much time. I'm going to go with 2-page view. There are a few things that might not be so clearly visible, but still I'll zoom it wherever it's required. So we have got the index page over here right on the top, talking about grade 5, grade 6. I would like to request all the members, whenever you're getting the book and when you're looking into it, do not really ponder much about level 1, level 2, level 3 and all. Just focus on the grades. That will give you a good understanding. So we have got the course, and this is the actual index page. The name of the chapter over here for this particular grade, which is grade 5, is like Enter and Excel. They're talking about probably Microsoft Excel and spreadsheet over here. And then we have digital literacy for next grade, which is grade 6. Present your idea. Probably this is about presentation, Microsoft PowerPoint, and probably Google Slides as well. Similarly, when we get on to programming or operating system, the personality of a computer. I really like the names of the chapters. Supercomputer versus your computer. That great. Who owns the internet? That's a fantastic chapter. It's all about the networking over here. Beyond the reality, it's about augmented and virtual reality. That's nice. Create a personal Wikipedia. Can somebody guess what that chapter could be all about? Personal Wikipedia. Anyone out there? I guess that should be creating your own website. Yeah, cool. That's a good guess out there. HTML. That's nice. Making an Alexa. It's all about chatbot, artificial intelligence, and that's getting included in grade 6 itself. That's nice. Data science, small steps to big data, beware of black hats. The leaders were mentioning about what should be taught. Well, Visionary IIT Bhubaneswar and Super Teacher Research and Development team, in comparing with all the publications that are available in the country and famous publications in countries like Singapore, United Arab Emirates, this is the curriculum that we have got. There is a chapter called as Design Your Look-alike in 3D Avatar. I think this is all about paint, but in a better software. New age of cloud computing. I like this chapter name called as Unleashing the Python. I think this is in grade 8. That's great. Yeah, you have Python before also. I think there, befriend the Python. Okay. Do you have a chapter on charming the Python? Yeah, maybe in the chapter next. So this is how the chapter looks like. The names look like. I would like to request everybody to please go through once you receive the book, and based on that we can take a call. We will be coming down to your school as well if you call us and talk about the same. So we have learning objectives mentioned right in the beginning, and we have got how fast can a human multiply 2 numbers. She's Shakuntala Devi, right? Yeah, that's nice. Shakuntala Devi multiplied these 2. That's great. We go down a little bit, and we have got try it options everywhere, wherever there's a quick activity. Some popular programming languages are listed below. Okay, expand the list. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. At what age, what level do we have? Then we go to the next one. Again, we have try it. There's a place called as InfoByte, and those are quite fascinating. All the facts that I was mentioning about, these were actually based on the research for this particular book. The word algorithm is derived from the name of a Persian mathematician, Muhammad ibn Mus al-Khwarizm. I'm please don't mistake me. I'm not able to pronounce this properly. Musa al-Khwarizm. Vishal, if you're there, I would request you to pronounce it. You can interrupt me if you are there. Otherwise, I'll get back with the right pronunciation. Bluetooth was also the name of a prince, I think king, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, okay. This is with respect to try it. And something interesting came up over here. I think that's, let me come down. Yes, here we are. We have got this career connect that's present in almost all the chapters, not almost every chapter. Some leaders and teachers were mentioning about how are they actually relevant in real life scenario. So here in this case, career connect, we have algorithmic thinking is an important skill, not only for aspiring coders, but also those who prefer other fields. And they've got proper career connect explanation over there. We have let's recap, worksheets attached, and anything else. There is another fantastic area called as upskill, wherein they can enhance their area. ABC of coding, we have a story. So every chapter begins with a story of where all these things have actually started. Almost 60 years ago, I just want to read this. A science fiction writer said about advanced technology looks like magic to people. Exactly. As we can see today, his words were true. If we want to eat tasty food prepared by an expert cook, we don't need to get in like ready and go to a restaurant. We simply open our smartphone and use apps like Swiggy or Zomato, which bring food directly to our home. I really love the part where Swiggy, Zomato kind of words are used in current textbooks. There are QR codes that are present here and there. You can see that as well over here, so that it will directly take the student from this particular area to that particular platform and work on that particular aspect of the chapter. So here we are directly taking you to code.org with respect to this book. So in this way, these things are arranged in one or the other order. The students get to participate in National Coding Olympiad Junior conducted by IIT Bhubaneswar, which is going to be completely taken from here. And yeah, that's it. I think I should leave everyone open over here by giving the books to all the participants who are present over here. This will be couriered to your respective location, and hence mostly it will be the schools, and we will be getting back to all of you, rolling out a form in case we need your address. That's all. So let's quickly get on to the topics. That's with respect to Master Coder program on creative computing. Apart from this, apart from the book areas, if any school out there, somebody mentioned that it cannot be concised computer science education in a book. It needs to be a program that needs to run. As Hira ma'am mentioned about the teachers getting empowered out there. I'm really thankful to her because of the training session which is conducted by Sonia ma'am. I was part of some training sessions. All the teachers out there, they had a lot of hesitation in the beginning, just like any other teacher, on technology aspect. But once they got to know about it, this is my raw materials like rice, dal, namak, and all these things. It's my duty to make a very nice dal khichdi out of it. And that school is a very good example of that. Thank you very much about it. Now, without getting further explanation for the book, let's me directly get into the awards. And for that, I'll not take more than 10 minutes. Okay, let me show you. So out of 862 registrations for the leaders, and out of 1115 school teachers, top 50 and top 70 people have been selected with the best submissions. The algorithm used over here, or the rubric used over here, comes up to a score of something called as impact score. Impact score is a score, a number that is derived based on the work done by the teacher, the work submitted basically, in reference to how much impactful it was for rest of the audience, basically the students or the school ecosystem. Consider this, considering this impact score, which is out of 100, more than 55, everybody who got above 55 has been selected. Now, above 55, whatever names I'm going to read out over here, it's not in an order of topper or second or third. If I'm mentioning 50 names, they're all in the same level. We very strongly believe that, mentioning the topmost school or the topmost person with the current sample that we have is comparatively lesser. And I would like to keep everybody at the same boat and be on the same boat as well. So let me quickly start the announcement here. And for that, I'll need to share my screen with this particular aspect. I go to the Zoom platform, I click on share screen, I click on share screen. If you go. So CSAW Awards 2022 came under the category of Global Computer Science Ambassador in Leadership Excellence Program in promoting computer science education. Global CS Ambassador in Creative Pedagogy in CS Education. Global CS Ambassador in Innovative Assessment Strategy in CS Education. Global CS Ambassador in Integration of Physical Computing in Classroom. We've got a lot of submissions here, but only 2 people got selected, I think. I'll check out that. Global CS Ambassador in Progressive Computer Science Curriculum Implementation, Global CS Ambassadors in Effective Use of Technology in Education. Apart from this, we also had another category because few submissions were not actually fitting any of these, and we called them as Computer Science Ambassador Evangelists. So this is something that I wanted to really justify every submission out there. Let me quickly share the first one, and here we go. So Global Computer Science Ambassador in Creative Pedagogy, Computer Science Education, and I click on share screen and go to this. Great. The first one for the teacher, Global CS Ambassador in Creative Pedagogy. It's going to be the series. This is to certify Miss Parameshwari Jayaprakash, Mahindra World School, Chennai. Ma'am, I hope you're there. If you're there, you can say hi or something like that on the chat. Thank you so much for your submission. I wanted to show the activity that you had conducted. Unfortunately, due to the time, I'm not really getting on into that particular aspect. Let me go to the next one. The moment I go to the next one, you can take a screenshot of it, teachers, whenever your name comes. Miss Chetna Raj, Geetanjali Senior School, Hyderabad. Chetna ma'am, congratulations to you. Then we have Miss Divya Mantri, Global Ed School, Madhapur. Again, Hyderabad. Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations, ma'am. Divya Mantri from Global Ed School. Let me go to the next one. Miss Vasuki R, one of the active members in the last 2 days, St. Joseph of Cluny, MHSS. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations to you too. This will be delivered to you. Miss Sweetie, as sweet as it seems, DPS Haryana. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations to you. Let me go to the next one. Miss Arushi Sharma, Hansraj Public School, Panchkula. Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Miss Ajay Shamrao, Mr. Ajay Shamrao, the Icon Public School, Ahmedabad. Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations to you too. Miss Kankana Roy, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary, Kolkata School. Kankana ma'am, I didn't get chance to meet you in school. I'll definitely come back to Kolkata and have a word directly. Congratulations to you. Miss Raj Kamal Roy, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary School, Kolkata, again Aditya School. Let me go to the next one. Miss Tanya Goyal, Sacred Heart School, Moga. Global CS Ambassador in Creative Pedagogy, Miss Tanya Goyal, Sacred Heart School, Moga. Congratulations to you, ma'am. That's it. This is with respect to creative pedagogy aspect. Let me quickly go to the next one. Teachers, I hope you're able to see this. I hope you're there. And let me go to the next one. The next category is Global CS Education Evangelist. That's great. I go to the slideshow. I go to the share screen. Here we go. Well, the certificate is presented to Miss Minu Prashant Joshi, Jamnabai Narsi School, Mumbai. Congratulations, ma'am. We categorized your award at Global Computer Science Education Evangelist. Let me go to the next one. Miss Dorothy Nair, Sushila Birla Girls School, Kolkata. Congratulations, Dorothy, ma'am. I remember seeing you. That's it? No, education. Miss Shalini Seth, Hyderabad Public School, Begumpet, Hyderabad. That's great. Shalini Seth, ma'am, congratulations to you. Miss Vijay Lakshmi Patil, Vibgyor High, Electronic City, Bangalore. I hope you're there, Vijay Lakshmi, ma'am. I think I have seen you before. Congratulations to you too. Miss Mastipalli Haritha, ma'am, I hope I pronounced your name right. If not, please excuse me. Vista School, Hyderabad. Mastipalli Haritha. That's nice. Congratulations to you. Miss Rohini Sachdev, Prudence School, New Delhi. Prudence School, New Delhi. Rohini, ma'am, congratulations to you. That's it. Yes, that's with respect to Global Computer Science Education Evangelist. I'm extremely sorry for announcing it quite at a fast-paced manner. Please do not mistake me. I need to cover all the categories and I'm running short of time. Here we go. I go to the next one. And this particular award is Global CS Ambassador in Effective Use of Technology in Education. And this was maximum nomination. We have got nearly around 152, right team? If I'm not wrong, 152 to 156 number of submission in this particular category. Pandemic. Oh, Rohini ma'am, please wait for a few minutes. Once I complete everything, I'll definitely show yours. You can take the screenshot. Please do not mistake me, ma'am. I go to the next one and here we go. Global CS Ambassador in Effective Use of Technology in Education, Miss Savita Sharma, Delhi Public School, Nagpur. Congratulations, ma'am. I hope you're able to see this. Miss Savita Sharma, Delhi Public School, Nagpur. I'll go to the next one. Yeah. Miss Neha Miss Neha from the Sanskar Valley School, Bhopal. Miss Neha from the Sanskar Valley School, Bhopal. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations to you. Mm, Dr. Neeta Ranawat. Okay, we'll remove that, Mr. Miss. Dr. Neeta Ranawat, Maharana Mewat Public School, Udaipur. Maharana Mewat Public School, Udaipur. Dr. Neeta Ranawat. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations to you. Mr. Vikrant, USA Vidyaniketan, Maharashtra. USA Vidyaniketan, Maharashtra. Congratulations to you, sir. Okay, Miss Vinita Baga. Okay, Sri Venkateshwar International School, Delhi. We have interacted before, I guess. Congratulations to you, Miss Vinita Baga, ma'am. Miss Nandini Verma, Paramount Academy, Madhya Pradesh. Miss Nandini Verma, Paramount Academy, Madhya Pradesh. This award is for Global Computer Science Ambassador in Effective Use of Technology in Education. Let's go to the next one. Miss Deepthi Malhotra, Modern Public School, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Miss Deepthi Malhotra, Modern Public School, Delhi. Miss Nishat Ahmed, Sunbeam School, Varanasi. That's nice. Nishat ma'am, congratulations to you. Miss Nishat Ahmed, Sunbeam School, Varanasi. I'm going to the next one. Mr. Naresh Kumar, Navyug School, Lodhi Road, New Delhi. Mr. Naresh Kumar, Navyug School, Lodhi Road, New Delhi. I'm going to the next one. Okay, that is Sugapriya, Whitefield Global School, Karnataka. Sujapriya, right? Sujapriya or Sugapriya? I'm sorry, ma'am. If there is an error in the spelling over here, please mail it to us, vasudevan@superteacher.in or connect@superteacher.in. Or you can contact us anytime. I'll be mentioning all the contact details in the chat in few seconds. Miss Sugapriya or Sujapriya, Whitefield Global School, Karnataka. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Then we have Mr. Mayur, Sunbeam, Varanasi. That's great. 2 awards from the same school. I think it happened in the previous case as well. Going to the next name. Mohammad Wasim, Mr. Mohammad Wasim, Sunbeam School. 3 people from the same school. I hope you did not submit the same PPT. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't mistake me. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations to you, Mr. Mohammad Wasim. Then and Miss Tejaswini, Meridian School, Kukatpalli, Hyderabad. Meridian School, Kukatpalli. Yeah, I'm able to relate to someone. Yeah. Miss Tejaswini. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Miss Nidhi Sharma, IES Public School, Bhopal. That's great. Congratulations, Nidhi ma'am. Yeah, Miss Nidhi Sharma, IES Public School, Bhopal. I'm going to the next name. Miss Rajashri, Bharati Vidya Bhavan School, Kozhikode. Bharati Vidya Bhavan School, Kozhikode. Miss Rajashri, congratulations to you, ma'am. Mr. Rajiv Kumar, Sacred Heart School, Moga. Mr. Rajiv Kumar, Sacred Heart School, Moga. The 2nd or 3rd award from the same school, I guess. Okay, Vaibhav, Mr. Vaibhav Deshpande, Brilliant Public School, Korba. Brilliant Public School, Mr. Vaibhav, congratulations to you. This is Shitij, Miss Shitij, Sacred Heart School, Punjab. Am I right? Congratulations to you, ma'am. I go to the next one. Jenny Stella, Miss Jenny Stella, Kasiga School, Dehradun. Kasiga School, Dehradun, Miss Jenny Stella. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Syed Amreen Hanif, Miss Syed Amreen Hanif, the Icon Public School, Ahmednagar, Hyderabad, right? Congratulations to you, ma'am. Okay, Miss Supriya Abhishek Pavaskar, that's great. Srimati Suniti Devi Singhania School, Thane. Okay, Suniti Devi Singhania School, Thane, Miss Supriya Abhishek Pavaskar. That's right. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Yeah. So this is Dr. Prakash Ranjan, Dhanbad Public School, Dhanbad. Dr. Prakash Ranjan, Dhanbad Public School, Dhanbad. Yeah, I'm going to the next one. Dharanya ma'am, Vibgyor High School, Bengaluru. Which branch out of the 12 ones? Dharanya ma'am, I hope you're there and you're able to look at this. Let me go to the next one. Babish Babarbisht. Mr. Babish Babarbisht. I'm not really sure if I interacted with you, sir, but Sacred Heart School, Moga, once again. Congratulations to you. There definitely has been an interaction among all the teachers there. Yeah. Nagaraju sir, Harvest Public School, Khammam. Mr. Nagaraju sir, Harvest Public School. I personally met this person and I've seen him work in the school with respect to technology. It's amazing. You all deserve it. Mr. Nagaraju sir, congratulations to you. Going to the next one. Sudhir Pomidi, Jubilee Hills Public School, Hyderabad. Mr. Sudhir Pomidi, Jubilee Hills Public School, Hyderabad. I go to the next one. This is Shubhamoy Paul, Aditya Karami Senior Secondary School, Kolkata. Mr. Shubhamoy Paul, Aditya Karami Senior Secondary School, Kolkata. I think it could be Miss as well. Don't mistake me if I did not mention the right salutation. Then it's Revati ma'am, Miss Revati, Vibgyor High School, Karnataka. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Revati. I'm going to the next one. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I have to go to the next category. It's almost over. In fact, teachers and the school leaders, I have to mention something over here. With reference to all these awards, everybody will be receiving a memento along with the certificate, along with the book. A proper courier will be sent to everyone. I'm going to the next category right away. Here we go. I go over here. I close the previous one in order to avoid the confusion. And 3 more categories. I click on slideshow and present the screen. That's it. That's it. Almost over. That's great. Global CS Ambassador in Progressive Computer Science Curriculum Implementation. The whole program in the last 2 days talked a lot about this particular aspect of computer science education. And here, the award first, I'm very happy to announce Ms. Ramya Shriram Ma'am, Meridian School, Kukatpalli. She was one of our panel members yesterday. Ramya Shriram Ma'am, congratulations to you. Going to the next one. Miss M. Kanmani, Khalsa Public School, Khalsa Public Senior Secondary School, Port Blair. This is all the way from Andaman. Yeah, congratulations to you, ma'am. I'm going to the next one. Yukti, ma'am. Miss Yukti, Army Public School, Meerut. Miss Yukti, Army Public School, Meerut. I go to the next one. Miss Jayalakshmi, Meridian School, Madhapur. Jayalakshmi, Meridian School, Madhapur. Congratulations, ma'am. Miss Vijayalakshmi Gunti, St. Andrew Schools, Hyderabad. You were the one who took that notes, right? Congratulations to you, ma'am. Very happy to announce this. Going to the next one, St. Andrew School, Hyderabad, by the way. This is Mr. Amjad Khan, Kalka Public School. Mr. Amjad Khan, Kalka Public School. Congratulations to you, sir. Then we have Miss Sunita Prasad, Delhi Public School, Electronic City, Bengaluru. Miss Sunita Prasad, Delhi Public School, Electronic City. Congratulations to you, ma'am. I would come and meet your principal one day for sure. Not getting the appointment, in fact. Miss Ashwini, Whitefield Global School, Bangalore. Miss Ashwini, congratulations to you, Whitefield Global School. I've been to your school multiple times. I'm just there in Bangalore, and that's the reason I'm speaking a little bit extra. Please don't mistake me. Miss Ashwini, congratulations to you. I'm going to the next one. Miss Neha Sharma, Global Ed School, Madhapur. Miss Neha Sharma, Global Ed School, Madhapur. Next, Miss Arpita Trivedi, GD Goenka Public School, Lucknow. Miss Arpita Trivedi, GD Goenka Public School, Lucknow. That's great. Miss Divya Sampath, Whitefield Global School, Bengaluru. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Miss Divya Sampath, Whitefield Global School, Bengaluru. Yeah, Global CS Ambassador in Progressive Computer Science Curriculum Implementation. Miss Soma Saha, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary School, Kolkata. Miss Soma Saha, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary School, Kolkata. Miss Devi Dhanani, Sanskriti School, Ajmer. Miss Devi Dhanani, Sanskriti, the school, Ajmer. Congratulations, ma'am. Mr. Naveen Gupta, St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Delhi. Mr. Naveen Gupta, St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Delhi. We had him yesterday, right? Yes, he's the one. Miss Vinita Garg, SRDAV Public School, Delhi. Hello, ma'am. Miss Vinita Garg, SRDAV Public School, Delhi. Congratulations, ma'am. That's it. Yes, that's it. That's it. I'm just almost done. Just 2 more categories. I go over here. And this is the last category for the teachers, and this particular category we are very happy to do this because physical computing happens through multiple methodologies, and adult tinkering labs is one of them. Some schools have and they implement it in a very nice manner, and some schools set up their own tinkering lab. Let me show you this. We are going to this particular category. Global Computer Science Ambassador in Integration of Physical Computing in Classroom. And the award goes to Bhal Bhavan School, Bhopal, Mr. Abhishek Srivastava. Mr. Abhishek Srivastava, Bhal Bhavan School, Bhopal. Yeah. And the second one is Miss Nagashri, Global Ed School, Madhapur, Hyderabad. Miss Nagashri, Global Ed School, Madhapur, Hyderabad. I regret not to show the work done and submitted over here, unfortunately, because of the lack of time. But these 2 people have done an amazing submission. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Comes the last category, and that's the leaders category. Yeah, okay, the last category, the leaders category. And for that, I need to open this. Okay, an innovative assessment. I'm very sorry, I missed the assessment area. Okay, one more category. And this is about conducting assessments. There has been a lot of mention about how you conduct exams online. There were a few questions from the teachers during the pandemic. How beautiful it will be if the students answer all the questions, put it in the computer completely corrects it. Apart from multiple choice, even if it is subjective, if that happens, it's a good thing, right? But such costly programs on AI current situation may, it's not free, and that's why we don't recommend and encourage that, but it's available. We'll talk about this when we visit to the school. Let me quickly share my screen to this particular category, and that's Global Computer Science Ambassador in Innovative Assessment Strategy in Computer Science Education. Miss Aruna, Global Ed School, Hyderabad. Miss Aruna, Global Ed School, Hyderabad. I'm going to the next one. Miss Jay Bharadwaj, Hansraj Public School, Panchkula. Panchkula, you're coming again. Miss Jay Bharadwaj, Hansraj Public School, Panchkula. Okay, Miss Ghazal Betab Garg. Your name itself is like a ghazal. Hansraj Public School, Panchkula once more. Miss Ghazal Betab Garg. Congratulations to you, ma'am. I'm going to the next one. It could be sir as well. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Thank you so much for participating. Going to the next one. Mr. Mohammad Soheb, Sandipani School, Nagpur. Sandipani School, right? Am I pronouncing it right? Mohammad Soheb. Congratulations to you, sir. Going to the next one. That's it. Assessment is completed. I think now I'm going to be right. The last category. Last category over here. The efforts taken by the jury members from some of them from Visionary IIT Bhubaneswar, Super Teacher, a few other members from various schools, Microsoft, Google. Thank you so much for doing this. Looking at the names and the way things are categorized, it's not easy. Top 50 school leaders, here we are. I'm going to share the screen right away. Here we go. And of course, some of you would have already guessed some of the eminent names. And here we are. That's it. Global Computer Science Education Ambassador for Leadership Excellence, Mrs. Parvati Reddy, Harvest Public School, Khammam. This is one of the biggest schools in Khammam with 5,000, 7,000 student odd strength. And Parvati ma'am has been doing an extremely good job. Many teachers, principals in Hyderabad area might know about her. Parvati ma'am, congratulations to you. Going to the next one. Mrs. Sonali Sarkar ma'am, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary School, Kolkata. Even she has been working for a long time with involvement of coding since the time, even when the pandemic was not happening. So Mrs. Sonali Sarkar ma'am, Aditya Academy Senior Secondary School, congratulations to you. Mrs. Vijay Jabakumar, Sacred Heart School, one of the schools in the initial days when they were completely involved in empowering the teachers for them to learn the aspects of computers. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Vijaya ma'am. Thank you so much. Going to the next one. Yeah, Mr. Saurabh Kumar Guha, Billa Public School, Kishangarh. Mr. Saurabh Kumar Guha, he used to be participating in each and every workshop that used to be conducted by Super Teacher and various other places as well. Very close follower of technology. Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations to you. Yes, of course. Then we have Mrs. Hira Prasad, ma'am, Birla High School, Mukundapur, Kolkata. You would have already listened to her speak, and her speech would have spoken much more than this certification. It's just a very small piece of recognition from a very small organization like Super Teacher. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Going to the next one. Mrs. Asma Shahida, ma'am, from Pearson School, Hyderabad. One of the members who've been actively participating in technology oriented, and she feels that the peer learning should be much more important than online learning. And with her belief, she has got the whole coding setup in the school. Mrs. Asma Shahida, ma'am, congratulations to you, Pearson School, Hyderabad. Going to the next. Mrs. Jayashree Rao, Vasavi Public School, Hyderabad. Mrs. Jayashree Rao, Vasavi Public School, Hyderabad. One person who has been giving a lot of importance to AI. She believes in automating things, and the in-house coding teachers have actually worked on making things that can become automated, like attendance system. It's there in many schools, but her submission was amazing. Mrs. Jayashree Rao, ma'am, congratulations. Mrs. Sangeeta Arora, Kothari International School, Noida. Mrs. Sangeeta Arora, Kothari International School, Noida. Another eminent leader working in development of skills for the teachers. We've done some training programs for the school. Mrs. Ishita, Kothari International School, Pune. Mrs. Ishita Kushal, Kothari International School, Pune. I think this is the place where even the students participated in the coding program. National Coding Olympiad Junior happened over here to quite a massive extent. Going to the next one. Mrs. Sophia Matthews, Gem School, Dubai. Mrs. Sophia Matthews, Gem School, Dubai. Now, this one particular lady has been implementing AI in the curriculum since 2005. I think that's the government out there. They already know about it, but still Apple-based ecosystem is present there, just like, even in Birla schools. Mrs. Sophia ma'am, congratulations, Gem School, Dubai. Mr. K. Kumaraswamy, Brungi International School, Vikarabad. Mr. K. Kumaraswamy, Brungi International School, Vikarabad. Congratulations to you, sir. This is one of the initial schools where we began as an organization. Thank you so much for all the encouragement. Brungi International School, Mr. Kumaraswamy, sir, thank you so much. He's the director as well. Akrusha ma'am, Meridian School, Kukatpalli. Okay, you along with your team has really taken over. Thank you so much. Congratulations, ma'am. Ramya ma'am is from here. Yeah. Then this is Mr. Karnam Bhavani or Mrs. Karnam Bhavani. I'm sorry if I'm not going with the right salutation. Meridian School, Madhapur, Hyderabad. Meridian School, Madhapur, Hyderabad. Karnam Bhavani. Thank you so much. Congratulations, ma'am. This is James. Mr. James, Mother Teresa School, Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor interacting with you. Congratulations to you, Mr. James, Mother Teresa School, Madhya Pradesh. Going to the next. This is Varsha Kokil, Kotari International School, Mansukh Bhai. Kotari International School, Mansukh Bhai. Mrs. Varsha Kokil. Thank you so much, ma'am, being an active submitter over here. Your work was enormous. Thank you so much for submitting the whole work. Going to the next one. Mrs. Priyadarshini, Global Indian International School, Singapore. Global Indian International School, Singapore, Mrs. Priyadarshini. They've got vigorous, rather than vigorous, rigorous training programs that happen every month. The teachers are upskilled to a great extent. I'm just mentioning about this because many teachers, leaders were talking about training programs. This is one school which has been very, very sincere and regular about it. I'm conducting few trainings, so just taking a little pride out there, nothing else. Mrs. Deepika Nagarwala, the Icon Public School, Ahmednagar. Mrs. Deepika, the Icon Public School, Ahmednagar, one of the schools that actively participated in National Coding Olympiad Junior with IT Bhubaneswar. Mr. Manoj, sir, in Delhi Public School, Muzaffarpur. Mr. Manoj, Delhi Public School, Muzaffarpur. Congratulations to you, sir. Mr. Manoj, sir. Going to the next. Dr. Yogesh Gambhir, DRV Centenary Public School, Flor. Dr. Yogesh Gambhir, DRV Centenary Public School, Flor. Going to the next. Mrs. Rupal Pandya, Orleans, the school, Delhi. Mrs. Rupal Pandya, Orleans, the school, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Mrs. Lata Bhavans Munshi Vidyashram, Kochi. Lata ma'am, I do not know if you remember me, but I remember you. Mrs. Lata Bhavans Munshi Vidyashram, Kochi. I met you 5 years back, if I'm not wrong. Mr. Shajid Khan, DPS Behrin. Mr. Shajid Khan, DPS Behrin. One beautiful part of submissions is that it is crossing all the topography. And once we look at the nominations and submissions, once we categorize based on the impact score, the schools are listed out there. And it's good to see people from across the waters to be present here in this small box. Thank you so much for being there. Mr. Shajid Khan, congratulations to you. Going to the next one. Dr. Amita Saxena, JM International School, Delhi. Dr. Amita Saxena, JM International School, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Mrs. Swati Srirangam, Sanskriti, the school, Hyderabad. Mrs. Swati Srirangam, Sanskriti, the school, Hyderabad. I need to meet you, ma'am, and congratulate you separately as well. Your submissions were also enormous. Thank you so much. Alam Ratna Reddy, this is Discovery Oaks International School, Hyderabad. This is Mrs. Alam Ratna Reddy, Discovery Oaks International School, Hyderabad. Congratulations to you, ma'am. This is Rahman Wasim Kwazi. This is Mr. Rahman Wasim Kwazi, DPS Dhaka. Congratulations to you. Oh, we've got Mr. Peter Fernandez from same Gulf Indian International School, Tokyo. This is a new branch, probably 3 or 4 years opened. Like that's the that's the time when it got open, 4 years back or 5 years back. I'm not really sure, but an amazing campus. Mr. Peter Fernandez, GIIS, Gulf Indian International School, Tokyo. Going to the next one. Smita Patterson. This is Dr. Smita Patterson, Podar International School, Pimpri, Pune. Dr. Smita, Podar International School, Pimpri. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Going to the next. This is Sarabjit Kaur. Ma'am was extremely active yesterday. Khalsa Public Senior Secondary School, Port Blair. Sarabjit Kaur, ma'am, congratulations to you. Khalsa Public Senior Secondary School, Port Blair. Yeah, I think Microsoft had committed, and Adobe had committed to come down directly and conduct the training. You were the one, right? Congratulations to you, ma'am. I'm going to the next one. Dr. Parag Agrawal, MIRC Primary School, Ahmednagar. MIRC Primary School, Ahmednagar. Dr. Parag Agarwal. Congratulations to you, sir. Going to the next one. Dr. Smita Shukla, Brilliant Public School, Korba. Dr. Smita Shukla, Brilliant Public School, Korba. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Going to the next one. Shalini Singh Hamilton, the Gaudium School, Hyderabad. A huge campus. Mrs. Shalini Singh Hamilton, the Gaudium School, Hyderabad. Congratulations, ma'am. I know how seriously you've taken technology in the school. I've personally experienced that. Going to the next one, Mrs. Anuradha Pant, GD Goenka Public School, Delhi. Mrs. Anuradha Pant, GD Goenka Public School, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Then Mrs. Alka Kapoor, Modern Public School, Delhi. Looking forward to meet you, Mrs. Alka Kapoor, Modern Public School, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Mrs. Samar Fatima, Sultanul Ulum Public School, Hyderabad. Sultanul Ulum Public School, Hyderabad, Samar Fatima. Mrs. Samar Fatima. Very good submission out there. Thank you so much, ma'am. Going to the next one. Mrs. Savita V, Genius Global School, Bangalore. Mrs. Savita V, Genius Public School, Genius Global School, Bangalore. Very sorry, Savita V, Genius Global School, Bangalore. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Going to the next one. Dr. Pushkal Giri, St. Joseph School, Bihar. Dr. Pushkal Giri, St. Joseph's School, Bihar. Thank you so much, sir. Congratulations to you. Going to the next one. Mr. Joseph Mehirat, Kunil School, Kasargod. Oh, yeah, I remember. Mr. Joseph Mehirat, Kunil School, Kasargod. Congratulations to you, sir. Going to the next one. Mrs. Mamta Sharma, CSHF Public School, Ghaziabad. CSHP Public School, Ghaziabad. I need to check on this. Yeah, this is right. Mrs. Mamta Sharma, CSHP Public School, Ghaziabad. Congratulations to you. I'm going to the next one. This is Mrs. Anubha Srivastava, Delhi International School, Delhi International School Edge, Delhi. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Going to the next one. This is Mrs. Karpagam C. Arasappan, Kongu Public School, Coimbatore. Mrs. Karpagam C. Arasappan, Kongu Public School, Coimbatore. Congratulations, ma'am. Going to the next one. Mrs. Manjula Garg, Mahavir Academy, Meerut. Mrs. Manjula Garg, Mahavir Academy, Meerut. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Mrs. Nancy Sharma, DAV Police Public School, Gurugram. Mrs. Nancy Sharma, DAV Police Public School, Gurugram. Mrs. Jasmeet Sekhon, International DPS, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, this is great. Mrs. Jasmeet Sekhon, International DPS, Andhra Pradesh. Congratulations to you. Mrs. Archana Narain, the Indians High School, Delhi. The Indian High School, Delhi. Thank you so much for participating, Mrs. Archana Narain. Congratulations to you. This is Dr. Ravi Prakash Sharma, Chetram Haryana School. Chetram Haryana School. Dr. Ravi Prakash Sharma, congratulations to you. Going to the next one. This is Mr. Nageshwar Rao, Sangamitra School, Hyderabad. Mr. Nageshwar Rao, Sangamitra School, Hyderabad. Going to the next one. Mrs. Priyadarshini, Jain Public School, Shimoga. Mrs. Priyadarshini, Jain Public School, Shimoga. Mrs. Gurdeep Kaur, Guru Nanak Dev Academy, Taran. This is, I'm not really sure about the pronunciation. Please don't mistake me. Guru Nanak Dev Academy, Mrs. Gurdeep Kaur. Congratulations, ma'am. Going to the next one. Mrs. Shaileshwar Prasad Sinha, Techno India Group Public School, Balarghat. Techno India Public School, Shaileshwar Prasad Sinha. Congratulations, Mr. Shaileshwar Prasad Sinha. I'm going to the next one. Sheba Thapar, Mrs. Sheba Thapar, Sacred Step Experiential Learning School, Haryana. Congratulations, ma'am. Going to the next one. Sheba, ma'am, I think you were also quite active in participating yesterday and today. Yeah, this is Mr. Mandar Prabhakar Pasarnikar, Yashwant International School, Kodoli. Yashwant International School, Kodoli. Congratulations to you, sir. I think, yeah. Dr. Shivani Singh, Cambridge International School, Pathankot. I'm sorry. Cambridge International School, Pathankot, Dr. Shivani Singh. That's great. Mrs. Soma Singh, Delhi Public School, Ghaziabad. Congratulations, ma'am. Thank you so much for your active participation in the panel member, as a panel member. Mrs. Soma Singh, Delhi Public School, Ghaziabad. I'm going to the next one. Sonia Wadhwa, ma'am, Salvan School, Delhi. The ma'am who moderated everything with respect to panel discussions. Yeah, it really feels, we take a pride in recognizing her and her work. And this is just one small certificate that she's receiving in a very big pool, I should say, not even a list. Yeah, Sonia Wadhwa, ma'am, thank you so much for everything. This is Paramjit Kingra, ma'am. Mrs. Paramjit Kingra, Delhi Public School, Bhatinda. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your active participation during the panel discussion. Mrs. Paramjit Kingra, Delhi Public School, Bhatinda. Thank you so much and congratulations. That's it. That's it from our side. Thank you very much, all the school leaders. Thank you very much, all the teachers. I know it would have been a tiring day. I'm very sorry for the delay, but it was great to look everyone being there for such a long time. Everyone out there, we have got a lot of information, and these selections have happened based on multiple rubrics and by multiple jury members. I'm extremely sorry if I did not mention any particular name. Most importantly, everybody will be receiving the participation and appreciation certificate in physical manner along with the book. We really thank everyone to honor the whole Global Computer Science Ambassador Awards amidst the holidays, Pujo holidays in one part of the country, amidst the exam time, especially in the month of October, amidst your planning for the next year. I think this is the time you decide your books, decide the vendors and things like that. I think you participated and submitted a lot of things. Thank you so much for all those things. It's a pleasure to interact with everyone. So that's it from our side. CSAW 2022 was definitely a huge success with respect to so much of participation and moderation by many people out there. All the panel members, Sonia ma'am and the CEO, Mr. Bhanu Prasad, thank you so much for organizing and funding this. I would like to mention over here, all the members are receiving the memento along with the certificates, but I need your details, and that can happen only from the Google form. Requesting everybody to please fill up the Google form so that I get your contact details. We call you and send the mementos. That's it. So we'll meet again next year, CSAW 2023, and requesting everyone to please go through the sample book with the logic behind it and give us feedback so that we improvise and come and sample it with full confidence. It's really a proud moment for us to launch the books, and I'm very sure that this would be one of the best written books that you would have ever seen. It's not by one person, it's by multiple organizations, and it's just not confined to a book, it's a whole program. Let me not do the marketing stuff, otherwise this will become more like marketing aspect. No, thank you so much. I'll see you again in the next year with further events. Call me, we will be there for training programs anytime, anywhere, any part of the globe. Thank you so much. I close the session right now. Thank you so much. I'll keep talking for a few more minutes for the people to fill up the participation form out there. Please click on the link, enter the details. We'll be there. Nandini ma'am, sure, we can do that. We can create a group, and yeah, please contact us. We'll be there in the school, requesting the school principals to call us, and we'll be there in the school. Sushma ma'am says it's showing feedback for day 1. Okay. Super teacher team members, check the form properly and launch it. Sure, Vijayalakshmi ma'am, right away doing it. My name is Vasudevan. My contact is Vijayalakshmi ma'am. I hope you received it. Yeah. I'm checking the form. Please go ahead and fill up the form. It's just participation for CS day 2. That's great. Thank you for bringing it up, ma'am. You can fill the form. That's it. That's it. Sure, Deepika ma'am. Thank you so much. Jaya ma'am, sure, we will do that. We'll do that. Anyways, you'll be getting the hard copy as well. Don't worry.
Even Swapna ma'am, please mail me at swati@superteacher.in.
Alka Kapoor ma'am, thank you so much. I think you got the details. And yeah, Sarabjit ma'am, thank you so much. Jamila ma'am, you are not able to fill the form. Please use your personal Gmail ID, ma'am. You will be able to, I guess. The link is coming on the chat right away. Thank you, everyone. Please fill the form. We would like to get in touch with you. Yes, Manoj Saif. Sure, sir. We will do that. Can I get your mail ID, sir? You can please mention it to me. Lata ma'am, sure. I would like to come to the place you call me to. I'll definitely be there in the school. Yeah, please let me know, ma'am. Karina ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, Manoj sir. I got the details. Yes, exactly, Swapna ma'am. You're right. Thank you so much, Menakant sir. Menakat Srishan sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karina ma'am. Yes, ma'am. From Mrs. Karna Bhavani, ma'am. I think I got the details. However, filling the form is enough. Once you do that, I think I'll be able to contact. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Sure, Dr. Smita, ma'am. I'll definitely do that. I'll mail it to you. Absolutely. I'll mail the link to you. You can eventually fill it up a little later. That's okay. Thank you, Shalini, ma'am. Thank you so much for your submission. I hope everybody received quite a lot of awareness. Thank you, Lata, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, Smita, ma'am. That's encouraging. Swapna, ma'am, I'm extremely sorry. This was, I'll look into it. I'll immediately get back to you. I am also sorry to one of the person who said that, Rachna, ma'am, if I'm not wrong, she wanted to actually play it. Ma'am, are you there? You had missed taking the screenshot. Karnam, ma'am. Okay, that's great. Karnam Bhavani, ma'am. Done, done. Thank you so much. We will dispatch the certificates probably by this week, and in a probably 15 to 18 days gap, may everybody will be receiving everything, whatever is committed. Yes. Chetna, ma'am, thank you so much. Sure, I'll be there at the Meridian School very soon. We'll contact you for an appointment and we'll be there, ma'am. Thank you so much. We need to contact you, Manoj sir, for that. If you can send it here, it'll be great, or else we'll contact you and get it from you. Thank you, Karnam Bhavani, ma'am. Rohini, ma'am. Rohini, ma'am, you were the one who was asking for the certificate to be displayed, right? Could you please say yes on the chat? Yes, Karina, ma'am. It will happen. You will be. This will be delivered to you. Yes, even in the mail. Yeah. Great. So for that, Rohini, ma'am, I'm immediately sharing it. 1 second, Rohini ma'am.
Ma'am, for awards, we will be sending another Google form. Don't worry.
Rohini ma'am, here comes your certificate. Yes. I hope you're able to see that, Rohini ma'am. Great. Shall I stop sharing the screen now? That's great. Dorothy ma'am, thank you so much. Can you display my certificate? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Manoj Sareen. Yeah, I'll immediately do it. I go to this place. I go share the screen. So your certificate over here. Delhi Public School, Muzaffarpur. Anyways, we'll be mailing this to you. So, but still. Yeah. Can I stop sharing the screen now? Thank you, sir. Rohini ma'am, I fill the form of day 2 and I share my details with school. That's great. That's enough. That's enough, Rohini ma'am. That's enough. Thank you. Okay, this is kindly show a certificate, Mrs. Swati Srirangam, Sanskriti, the school. Which category you got the award, Madhavi ma'am, if you can mention? Thank you, Ratna ma'am. Thank you so much. Swati Srirangam, Sanskriti, the school, Madhavi ma'am. Can you please tell me the category in which you got the award? Because I need to search. Otherwise, I'll just check it.
School leader, sir.
School leader, right?
Yes.
Swati Srirangam, right? Yes. I got it. I got it. Swati ma'am, I'm sharing the screen right away. Yeah. Congratulations. I hope you got it. Great. Can I stop sharing the screen now? Great. No problem. Progressive computer science curriculum. Okay. Sure, Jaya ma'am. I'm doing it right away. Thank you, Madhavi ma'am. I'm doing it right away. Jaya ma'am. Nageshwar sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Progressive computer science. Go here. I'm sharing the screen, Jaya ma'am. Jayalakshmi ma'am. Yeah. Jayalakshmi, Meridian School, Madhapur. I hope this is the right one. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much, Nageshwar sir.
Karina ma'am, please mail me at swati@superteacher.in if you have any queries. I'll get back to you. Please mail me at swati@superteacher.in.
That's great. Jayalakshmi ma'am, I hope you got that. If Harvest Public School in the initial days was not there, then Super Teacher doesn't exist. So thank you so much, Harvest Public School, Nageshwar sir. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Caesar de Silva. Thank you so much. Karnam Bhavani. Yes, ma'am. The way it was mentioned in the certification, it was mentioned like that, right? If not, you please mail it to us, ma'am. We will correct it and send it to you. Karina, ma'am, you're Swati, is it SWATI or THI?
It's THI, Vasu.
Yeah, okay, you put it again. Great. Yes, yes, you're right, Vijayalakshmi ma'am. It'll be informed. Yeah. That's an important aspect, right? Getting recognized. Yeah. It'll be done. So we're closing the call right now. Thank you so much, everyone. It was great interacting with one and all. Thank you so much. Bye. Yes, the signatory will be present, ma'am. Don't worry. Yeah. As of now, we haven't, done it. So it'll be done. Don't worry. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, school leaders, principals, HODs, and teachers. Thanks for being here. And right now, I'm going to close the session. Hope you all enjoyed. Okay, Swapna ma'am.